Let's go. You are, dude. I saw a picture of you with Dan when I was getting the picture for the thumbnail. Like
yeah,
you and Dan.
size.
Yeah, I know Dan's enormous and you guys are the same size. So
bro,
what's up, everybody?
I'm tired of taking pictures with dudes that are 2 inches taller than me. We got Nate and Chris Hansen. I wasn't ready, bro. Sorry. Yeah. What's up, Jesse?
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Dude, I got a lot of stuff queued up for us to talk about. Dude, like we'll talk a little bit about Kash. We'll talk about the Snap, the EBT crash out. It just got added to the thing. I got a bunch of leftists that are saying completely insane stuff that we can all react to. But yeah, what's up with you guys?
Leftists saying insane shit. That's crazy, dog.
Unbelievable. Were you guys watching Candace that was just on? Like someone sent it to me, and she's got like Egyptian military contractors that she like for sure says got offloaded at the in Utah earlier that day.
I mean, there was a Egyptian military plane that did come through there.
That's exactly what she's talking about. Yeah.
So that's bizarre to me. I mean, I don't know. In all my time in the military, I never had Egyptians on any military base I was ever at or any training exercise. But maybe I don't. I don't know.
And like Egyptian seems like one step removed from someone else who might have wanted to do this. They're all we can't use our own people. Can't use our own people.
Right.
You know?
So I can never tell anymore if Candace is like just genius and has good intel, or if she's on her Kanye West era.
Dude, I think she has a lot of people feeding her information for sure. Like, dude, anyone who has an angle on something, she's the one that gets it. Where like I can't even imagine, like just with the amount of tips I get, I can't even imagine sifting through the amount of stuff that gets sent to her. I can't even imagine what that must be like. But yeah, dude, what do you guys think about? So I just was on Redacted earlier today talking about Kash jumping in between Tulsi and fucking Joe Kent, who are trying to investigate whether there was any foreign assistance in this whole thing or whether they did it. What do you think about that, dude?
Well, Joe Kent was in 1st Special Forces Group with me, so we're about to make some phone calls probably and ask the accuracy if that's a real thing or not. But I mean, if that's true, dude, it's bad. That's all bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
That's what we were saying on Redacted. It's like, what possible reason could you have to be like, hey, I don't want the director of national intelligence or any member of intelligence looking at whether or not a foreign country assassinated Trump's, one of Trump's key guys on American soil. Like, don't look into that. Why not?
I mean, Congressman Luna came out and said the other day that there was information that there was potentially foreign countries involved in this. So it's not like this is the first government official that's come out and talked about this. This has made like 3 or 4 now. High-level government officials that are like, foreign agents were probably involved. Like, okay, well, that might be... I want to investigate
Luna's
that.
one of the only ones that I think has credibility with me anymore, man. Like, she's dope, and I love the way she consistently... I mean, she stays pretty on point. I don't agree with her on everything, but like I don't doubt her integrity.
She did a lot of work to help us with the John Chapman stuff. She's the only congresswoman or congressman that's been on my channel. So she did a whole episode with us trying to help us with that. So she's always going to be a thumbs up in my book.
I will say this first, which is that she comes off super sharp. When I see her on these shows, like she's like sharp, dude. And also, without a doubt, the hottest fucking person that's ever been in Congress. Like, no, I don't think that. I mean, I said that the other night, and then I was waiting for a chat to check me on it. But I don't think that there's anybody who's.
I don't know, bro. Nancy Pelosi's fun bags got me going a little bit, brother.
Ooh, damn, dog.
Oh man, dude.
What about Dog the Bounty Hunter?
What's up? Oh, here we got a couple of super chats here, dude. Original Dankster, what's up, dude? If you missed it, go support JOF on Redacted. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you very much. Cash lie, tell all lies all day. I don't know. I can't tell. What's up, Dubs? How are you, sir?
Dubs is here.
Yeah, we all like Dubs.
Yeah, dude. Dubs, you should come on the next one, dude. Come on the next one with us. Choke Dealer, what's up, man? Yo, I caught you on Redacted. Hope it brings lots of subscribers. Thank you very much, good sir. Holy shit, there's a million of these. Okay, I'll do a few of these, then we'll come back to them. Okay, they're remaking Lord of the Rings for a modern audience. Whoa. What are your thoughts? They already did that.
No.
They're gonna ruin it, bro. Is what they're gonna do. They're gonna sodomize my childhood more. They're gonna let like Michael Bay's bitch ass do it.
They better not, man. My audience knows I'm one of the biggest Lord of the Rings fans you'll ever see. I've watched Lord of the Rings with my wife every night for like.
What do you think of the Hobbit trilogy?
It's good. We watch one of those 6 movies every night. That's what we go to sleep to for the last 10 years. I've read the books multiple times. I'm super, super into it. So
you must be a huge fan of Rings of Power. You love Rings of Power? Yeah.
No. So destroying anything Tolkien to me is like, not great.
Yeah. Those were the first adult books I read as a kid.
Me too.
When I started reading books, it was The Hobbit, and like it started with my dad reading it to me, and he did voices for every single character, and that ignited me being an avid reader, which really panned out when I went to prison because I don't play cards. I don't gamble with cards. I gamble with lives, and so reading and working out was about it. Besides getting in trouble in prison, so.
Yeah, like I remember seeing the cartoon The Hobbit like in like the 80s, dude. Like the first one that was like I watched that probably as many times as I watched that like the Fox Robin, like remember the Fox Robin Hood, like the Robin Hood where he's a fox.
Oh yeah, I watched that all the time as a kid.
Me too.
I would watch that right now, dog.
Me too. I bet you I could recite the whole fucking thing, and I probably haven't watched it in 25 years or something, you know. But yeah, dude, like but when he said they're remaking it for modern audiences, I'm like, I think they already did that with Rings of Power. Like when they fired the guy who was there to make sure that they stayed close to the books, you're all, wait, hang on, I'm sorry, what was that? They're all, we just decided that the guy who actually knows what the books are about, we just decided he's really, he's hamstringing this thing. We got to get rid of him.
So, the funniest thing I saw is, they put black hobbits in the TV show and everybody and elves and everybody was pissed off. God. And I saw, but I saw somebody talking about it. They're like, what the big problem with doing that is, since that comes like 10,000 years before the Lord of the Rings, and then there's no black people in the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit. That means there was some type of ethnic cleansing event in 10,000 years. That's not great for the Tolkien his lineage and history.
Dude, I guess
Can we get that movie, please?
Good, like, so when they're trying to like bridge the gap, the next series, they can just go full on right wing now. Like they did the left wing version. Now the next one is like, they can go all in. They're like, we need
German style.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened in between? Was there a Hobbit Hitler?
Yeah.
We're going to have to see.
Yeah. What's
fuck, bro.
Yeah, dude. But anyway, like this is like that. I feel like that trend is kind of on its way out. There's oh my God, you know what dude, have you guys heard of the show Boots on fucking Netflix? It's like, so there's a documentary about kids going through Marine boot camp, right? And then they also launched a show called Boots, which is a fictionalized story about a kid going through boot camp. And it had great reviews. I'm like, oh shit, all right, I'll watch this shit. It's a show, dude. It's about like it's one of those ones where you're like, who the fuck is this for? Because it's a show about a kid who goes through Marines boot camp. That's the big print. You watch it. It's about a closet homosexual kid who goes through Marine boot camp and him struggling with his inner self, who is the closeted version of himself. And then this other guy who's a fucking drill instructor who comes back, who's one of the recon guys. It turns out that he left Guam because he's also a homosexual and he was about to get caught. And so that's why he fled that base and came back. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude?
I mean, that's you don't really have to be in the closet if you're a Marine, homie. I mean, Marines are pretty gay to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa!
Shout out to all my Marine buddies in the chat. I know there's a bunch of them here. Nah. I mean, I'm from First Special Forces Group. That's the gayest unit in the military, so I can't talk shit.
Yeah. Well,
how are the ratings? How are the ratings on Boots? Is it just
dude? It has great reviews. Like I can acknowledge, like the reason why I got through the first 3 episodes because my mom was staying with us, and she was the one who. Why are you like? My mom wants to watch a show about the Marines, and then it was like, there it is. Like, okay, got it. But it was like it's good enough that I got through enough. It's a good show, and then it got too gay for me. Like I got no issues. Fucking dudes want to bang each other. I got no issues with that. It's just like the show itself. I'm like, okay, like got it. dude. Like, I got it.
Yeah.
Everybody's gay. Got it. You know? But yeah, let's see what else we got.
One sec. I forgot to plug in my Ethernet. Be back 1 sec.
Okay, cool. We can get XP when we sub chat. Drady's a lot. Wait, Drady's a lot. Dude, I like to look at our
Doctor dies a lot.
Doctor dies a lot.
Doctor dies a lot. That name is hard as fuck, though, bro.
Some people have such sick names, dude. Like I always call that out when someone. Yeah, and I got like in my chat, dude. Like since my demo started changing, I have a lot of hot girls that are like in my chat. Suddenly, I'm like, I was 97% male for a really long time, and then like just slowly but surely, I'm at like 32% female now.
Yeah,
thoughts on how Trump is working on Palantir. Dude, that shit is just weird to me, you know? Like, what do you think, JD? You know what Palantir is, yeah?
Yeah, no, I don't trust Palantir. I don't like Peter Thiel. I don't like any of it. I don't like how JD Vance's entire political career seems to be Peter Thiel sponsored. I don't trust that motherfucker, bro. I just don't. I think that it's going to be really invasive on our freedoms, and I think that it's heading in a bad direction, personally.
I hate the idea of data harvesting and all that stuff. But I will acknowledge though that I am working with like a very partial information set where maybe there is some reason that they are doing it where if I knew, I'd be like, okay, like that's an acceptable. But I don't know, you know, like as far as I know, I'm just like, this just sounds really invasive and fucking ridiculous. And Peter Thiel's talking about the Antichrist. And given that AI is literally replacing every single job and is being tested, and 90% of the time it decides to murder humans if it's facing being turned off. Like, I don't really love the direction that any of this shit is going. Did you see the most recent South Park episode though?
I didn't, man, and which is disappointing for me because I'm usually up and current on everything South Park.
It is unbelievably, it's so good. It's because it's Peter Thiel is, you know, he's researching the Antichrist, and Cartman, you know, like the kids that they say 6'7" all the time now, like 6'7". Every time someone says 6'7" to Cartman, he like pukes in their face, and so Peter Thiel comes in to try to understand what the demonic meaning of 6'7" is because Cartman, he thinks he's possessed. It's fucking brilliant, dude. It's like they're so clever, man. They
hit every single time, dog. There's been maybe like 3 episodes of South Park I thought were misses, bro. But I just want to say, as far as AI taking over all of our jobs, I just want to let the whole chat know that if you ever see a video that you're offended by me, or that where I'm saying something that's completely off base, that was AI. But if it's a based video, that was actually me. Just so you know, even if it's on my channel. Yeah. Thank you.
My buddy gave me access to one of those like AI video video generators, and then showed me a couple that he did, and it's like I haven't messed around with it yet, but it's like literally it's just like one of those ones where you're like anything you could think of, it just makes it, you know?
Yeah. It's insane.
It's wild. So if you guys have any good ideas, tell me them and then I'll make them and then take credit.
Well, there's a series of videos that a dude named Big True made about me where I'm wandering around with Bigfoot and Yeti, and we're like snatching pedophiles out of their houses and taking them out in the woods and putting them feet first into wood chippers. Shit is incredible, dog. I love it. Dude, they even nailed my tattoos.
All these leftists, they probably took offense to that. They're all, hey, those guys, that's just a sexual orientation. You know?
They're minor attracted people.
Yeah. They should make a new episode of Boots and have it be about minor attracted people.
Oh my God.
Well, you know, we don't want to hurt people's feelings and have them you want the binky? Need a little sucky on your JD, hurt your feelings?
Dude, look at this one's name. Intellectual iconoclasm. That's
my dog. That's my dog right there.
Preacher.
He's got a porcupine, don't tread on me. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, dude. Candace is a swamp creature and has been ever since she was picked to be the face of Social Autopsy. She's always been disinformation mouthpiece. Social Autopsy, is that the thing that was where they were going to unmask people on X, like the original thing? Is that what that is? I don't know. I feel like
I don't know what it is.
Hold on though. Let's break that down. She's a disinformation mouthpiece. Disinformation to who? Because at the moment what we see is she is the mouthpiece going against the Fed narrative. So what disinformation? Disinformation against the feds?
Yeah. I mean, like you could say literally, yeah. I mean, you could say she might, like maybe she gets things wrong or she goes hard at people, whatever. But like, who would she be protecting with disinformation? Like, she doesn't look to me like she's in the business of protecting like anybody, dude. Like, she's a dragon that will stomp things into the fucking ground. Maybe, you know, without 100% bulletproof, you know, proof. But yeah, I don't. Disinformation doesn't sound like.
Did you guys see that they just released that Bridget Macron's tax paperwork is listed as mail?
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. Is it her tax? Bro? Is it her taxes? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
I think it was her tax information.
So
I'm gonna jump.
This is what's crazy. They're saying they hacked her tax information, and the only thing they did was change her gender. They did nothing else. They didn't try to take her money. They didn't try to do anything. That's all they did. They just hacked it and changed her gender. Like, okay.
Yeah, she's rich, but her information is not on a dark website anywhere. That makes perfect sense.
That's like that particular topic. Like when I would get into it with people, you know, because like I enjoy Candace's stuff, and I think she's a fucking savage. But like, I'm not saying like I agree with everything she says. Obviously, I've made pretty clear like certain things that she says. I'm like, I don't agree that she's correct, but I think she's still a badass. But like, on the stuff with Brigitte, like, because there are people who really like dislike her a lot. And when I talk to people who I respect enough to have a back and forth with them, I'm like, have you watched the Brigitte Macron series though, dude? Like, and they're like, it's ridiculous. Brigitte's not a man. I'm like, have you fucking watched the series, dude? Because that's a dude. Like, there's like that one. I feel pretty safe just being like, I think Candace has definitely proved her case in that particular series, dude.
I mean,
my problem is every time that I'm like, yo, she's gone full Kanye, she's off the reservation, then she brings receipts, and I'm like,
she does do that.
Oh, God, bro. And she tricks people. She baits people. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the one that she did about the Making a Murderer on Netflix? Like, you know, the Stephen Avery case? You know, Making a Murderer, right?
Yeah. I didn't see her coverage of it, though.
So I, of course, was a person who had watched Making a Murderer, and I'm like, they did this guy. Like, I believed the documentary, you know, like, I mean, you know, not enough to where I would like bet my life on it, but certainly I would say like, I don't know, I was 85% there that he's probably innocent. Her coverage of that case is like, if a person watches her coverage of it and still thinks this guy is innocent, I would be like, were you sleeping through 90% of it or what? That fucking guy's guilty for sure. Absolutely no question. The fucking nephew they're all, oh, the fucking, you know, the nephew has an IQ of 60 and they cornered him and blah, blah, blah. They intentionally cut out so much. You watch his actual confession and you're like, oh yeah, the kid, they cornered him into that. That kid slit that. You know what? I will get demonetized if I say that. But like
can't say
everything that kid got accused of, he fucking did. Like Avery, anyway. But yeah, like, so she brings it a lot of the time.
Do they demonetize you for saying stuff like the bit?
If I described what this kid did, yes, for sure. Because it's not just it's not just did that. It's what he did prior to that and the position she was in when he did it. It's one of the worst things I've ever heard. Yeah.
I feel like I get away with a lot on YouTube, to be honest with you. I've been getting hit with a lot of videos taken down lately, and I'm like, let's PG-13 this thing. Let's do PG-13 things to a jar of mayonnaise for a little bit until they let me have my social media back.
I'm trying, dude, because I got 14 videos in 2 months demonetized and 18 plus, 12 demonetized and 14 demonetized with 2 of those 18 plus. And yeah, and like I'm in the doghouse.
People don't realize, people don't understand that.
You guys got to get it together, man.
Nick, didn't you show footage of like the Charlie thing?
Yeah, I've got great YouTube. My social credit score is so high. Everything I do is fully monetized, dude. I could show Charlie Kirk getting straight up shot with the blood coming out, and YouTube's like, "You're good to go, brother."
Dude, so that's like mine go through okay.
I'm not a bad boy like you guys. I'm not a bad boy.
I must have more people that like dislike me and they go through and flag shit or something. Cause they go through fine and they're up for like 3 days. Like sometimes they're going back. They demonetized a video of the one when I did when TMZ was cheering when Charlie Kirk, like when they announced Charlie Kirk was actually dead and there was a room full of people that cheered. Like I'm pretty sure I was the first one that broke that on YouTube and it did a ton of views. and it was monetized for like a month and a half. And then all of a sudden they demonetized it, and I appealed it, and they rejected my appeal. I watched the whole thing. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this demonetized? Like, what? How is this demonetized? And I used to have a channel manager. Do you guys have channel managers? Like a person that you can call at YouTube?
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I guess like not me directly, but I do have someone that like would be that connection point if I needed it, but I haven't needed it. So
yeah. So I got picked like I applied for it, and I got picked, and then I had him for a while. Then I lost him for a month. Then he came back, and I had him forever. And then he left and went to Meta. So he works at Meta now. And he told me, he's like, oh yeah, someone's gonna reach out to you. They'll manage your channel, but no one ever did. So now on these things, I used to go to him, and I'd be like, how is this demonetized? And he'd go up the ladder, and they would fix it. But now I got no one to go to, and so I think it's somebody fucking with me.
I just want to point out to the audience that may not be creators and don't understand how it works. The reason that, like, at least myself, I don't know about my gentleman to either side of me, but the reason I get so upset when something gets demonetized doesn't even have anything to do with the money. I don't fucking care about that. Yeah. It's about the fact that YouTube has no incentive, if they can't put ads on things, to actually make it seen. So I'll spend 2 days on a video, and if it's not monetized, like, nobody's going to see it. And the information, I don't put shit out that I'm not passionate about. So it absolutely kills anybody's chance to see the information I'm putting out unless YouTube has a reason to push it because they're making money off it. I don't care that much about the money. Fuck that shit. It's about getting it seen. And if they 18 and over it, you're never, it's just done. You may as well put a fork in it, bro.
Yeah.
And you guys know, like, the feeling that, like, when you have a video that really goes, like, there is no better feeling than that in the world. Like, you know, you grind it. It's like a really rare spiker. And it was like, I did the video about whether Charlie got shot from behind, and I think it ended up doing like 750,000 views, which is a huge video for me. And after that, I had a buddy of mine sent me a video that was taken actually there directly from the side that I had never seen before. I put that in, I ran it through the filters 3 different times. It passed just to make sure. I dropped it. It was like, it was going double as fast as the one that did the 750. And then after about 5 or 6 hours of being up, they 18 plussed it, and it went flat. And I still like am like sick about it, dude. Like, it was just soul crushing. You know what I mean? But I mean, Charlie straight up got murdered on that video. So like, I couldn't believe it made it through the filters in the first place, you know, like, but they got it afterwards. But so Nikki says, I cannot believe Kashmir is dropping the ball so much since he took over. Yeah, it's like, it seems like he's doing it on purpose. Maybe.
Well, what I think is important to realize for people is, like, the Charlie Kirk stuff. This isn't like the first of him dropping the ball or the first of him making stupid comments. This goes back, like, to the very beginning. Think about when they ran their campaign, and Kash was one of the biggest proponents of, we're going to release the Epstein files, right? And then as soon as he gets in charge, he's like, what does he come out and say?
There's no Epstein files.
Jeffrey, he just said this last week, Jeffrey Epstein never trafficked anyone to anyone. Like,
yeah, there's no evidence at all. You're all
But not only that, think about, like, go back, right? Like, remember when they were going to release the Epstein files, and Kash Patel gave everybody the binders, and the influencers held up the binders, and like, ooh, look how cool it is. It's like very reminiscent of the same thing with the Charlie Kirk case, with, like, he puts out a message that we got the killer, like, immediately. It's like they get ahead of their own skis. I don't know if it's nefarious with him or if he's just, I mean, you guys, everybody in my channel knows I'm huge. I can't stand him more than anybody in fucking government, Kash Patel. So maybe I'm a little biased, but, like, I haven't seen anything than him other than just, like, either straight up fucking lies or incompetence. Like, he came out.
Have you always been like that with him, or is this since you've seen his performance?
No, I've had no issue with him before he became the FBI director, and the Epstein files and the Charlie Kirk case, and, like, literally everything. And the I'll see you in Valhalla, brother. Like, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Wait, what did he say? What did he say about Valhalla?
You haven't seen that? You haven't seen that?
No, hang on. I'll pull it up.
Where he said, Charlie Kirk, I'll see you in Valhalla.
Jesse, you are the only person probably in this entire
in
chat
America
that has not seen this clip.
Oh my God.
What do you mean you haven't seen this? Type in Kash Patel. See you.
I was probably
brother.
crying over my 18+ video at the time that it dropped, and I just missed everything. Okay.
Dude,
oh my God. Okay. Hang on. Okay.
Yeah.
In less than 36 hours, 33 to be precise.
Yeah, here we go.
Thanks to the full weight of the federal government and leading out with the partners here in the state of Utah and Governor Cox, the suspect was apprehended in a historic time period. And I want to highlight what Governor Cox said. This would not have been possible without you, the media, and you, the public. That's why we went so public.
Yeah, that's true. Like, that's 100% true. You guys, because like they didn't even do anything.
So fast, and we're so transparent, and we're committed.
What?
I was going to say, we'll talk about it at the end. Let him get this
that
out.
Transparency. This is a very much an ongoing investigation, as the governor said, and we will continue to work with state and local authorities to develop the investigation, to provide them the evidence they need for their ongoing prosecutions, and we will be here to answer every call they absolutely have, as long as it takes, for as long as we need to find and apprehend whatever suspects were involved in this crime. Lastly, to my friend Charlie Kirk, rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
Oh man, that's weird.
How
tall is he, dude?
That, Jesse?
I can't believe.
Jesse,
no, I've never seen that.
How have you not seen that?
Okay, look at, and just for the record, I'm 5'10". I don't usually fuck with people about their height, but how tall is he, dude? Because he looks significantly shorter than like everybody, like by like a foot. Is he like a really small dude?
I don't know, but what I do know is he's not a fucking. There's nothing in this dude's life that would classify him as a warrior. The potential.
Yeah.
Also, you're a Punjab, dude. What are you fucking talking about? You're not a fucking pagan, dude. What do you see you in Valhalla?
You're a Viking warrior.
Get out of here, dude.
A Viking, yeah, Viking. That is very bizarre.
But also with that, what he says, like he keeps doing this. He keeps bragging about how we caught the suspect in breakneck record speed. No, you didn't. You didn't do shit. The dude,
nothing.
Like, you did literally nothing. His family friend, who used to be a sheriff, thought he recognized him on the picture, went to his house and convinced him to turn himself in so the SWAT team didn't come kill him. The FBI did nothing. What are we talking about?
Except after, making your, making the, getting him in there, if you did anything, publicly posting on X that there are a million other leads you need to run down, which communicates to any defense attorney. It's like, we're not really sure exactly what happened here. That's why we're going to look into this and look into this and look into this and look into this and look into this. You're like, you put that shit on the fucking internet, dude. Like, I remember, like, dude, I've never gone to law school, and I fucking knew. I'm like, you just fucked your own case, obviously. Like, you just said publicly that there are all these different things that you have not yet looked into. What are you doing?
So I just looked it up. Let me real quick. Kash Patel. The internet cannot believe Kash Patel is 5'9". His cute little legs are dangling. Like,
oh my God.
I don't know if Times of India is a great, like, reliable source for that, but that is fucking. I'd hang it up, bro.
I can tell you my fucking legs don't dangle, dog.
Hold on, somebody said Hey, hold on. Somebody said to check my mic. Is my mic sound fine to you guys?
Your mic sounds fine. They're fucking with you, bro.
No,
JD, how tall are you?
It went crazy.
6 foot.
Fuck all you guys, dude.
I'm just average, dog. I'm just an average little extra schmedium dude.
I'm taller.
Actually,
than that.
5'9.5" is average. I know this for sure.
5'9.5" is average?
That is the actual average for real. Like the average.
Let's ask Wes Watson, brother.
Height is 5'9.5". You just don't notice the people that are shorter than 5'9.5", dude. Like you guys just don't like. They're like not. Those are like a different species.
Usually for me, like in life, when someone's like significantly bigger than me, they're fucking gigantic. So you go through life at my height, and most people are just naturally shorter.
Yeah, so Wes Watson says 5'8" is really tall.
Yeah, dude. I'm used to there's a Victor Hugo's gym for Six Blades. He's the #1 heavyweight jiu-jitsu fighter in the world. He's 6'5", and at his specific little gym has this collection. Like their average fucking height in that gym has got to be like 6'4". They are enormous. All of them are fucking huge. Like from white belt to black belt, all the fucking monsters train at that gym, dude. It's really bizarre, but you know, you get to practice what it feels like to have a 300-pound person kick the fucking shit out of you when you go there. So that's fun. What's here we got this one. Who did they try to blame the USS Liberty attack? Oh man, I always skip those. You guys, why don't you guys take that one, dude?
Egypt. Yeah, it was Egypt, dude. Egypt attacked the USS Liberty.
Is that really what they did? They blamed it on Egypt?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying that because I don't want to get us.
Fair enough. Yeah. I thought they just said it was an accident. Boatism for life. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, JD, longtime fan. I think I saw you at a hospital September of 2024. I would have said hi, but you were playing I think putt golf, and I didn't want to bug you. Putt golf at a hospital? That's cool.
Dude,
I have
everybody
never
knows
played
JD,
putt golf at a hospital. But if I did meet you, that's awesome. But I've never seen a hospital that has putt in it. If I saw a hospital that had putt in it, I might slam my dick in a door just for shits and giggles so I could go play some putt, dog.
Hey, listen to this, you guys. We were just talking about this before the stream because Heavy Duty Country Dan was going to come on too, but he's playing golf. And so I asked these guys, I'm like, hey, you guys play golf? And Nate's like, no, my hobbies are doing shooting competitions and what was the other thing? And I was like, yeah, and I was like, so basically your dick's just too big to do fucking golf, dude. He's like, I'm too busy refining my fucking murder techniques to do stupid golf, dude.
They're fun hobbies, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, they are for sure, dude. Yeah. I just dropped off my Springfield Kuna with my guy who's putting in one of those new safety triggers, like, you know, the thing that, what's his name, just did the video on. He sold
force reset trigger.
Yeah, but it's like that new kind. Let's call it like a some kind of safety thing or whatever.
Brandon Herrera did video on it.
That's exactly it.
I don't remember what it's called.
Brandon!
It's like the new legal version of it. Somebody got an FRT. No, not an FRT. I don't think it's an FRT. Well, force reset trigger is what they usually are, but isn't it there's like a new one?
It's a new one, yeah. It's different. But yeah, I watched Brandon.
Super safety, people are saying. There you go.
Super safety, yeah. I watched his video and it was on the MP5, so I reached out to my guy and I was like, dude, can you do what on a Kuna? And there's some kind of mod where they use like I think they're Scorpion mags or something. I don't know, but he can do it, so I just paid him and dropped it off. You know.
You fucking assholes with your Second Amendment rights and shit, always flexing on me. Spades. Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, Spades. Yeah, I see that. I can just see that like the chats are not mine. This is definitely not mine. I don't know if it's got to be JD's, dude.
They've got different icons. I don't know. Me and JD tried to figure that out with just the two of us. Now there's 3 different icons. So
yeah.
So Spades,
there's only 2 on mine. This is one of your guys's. You know. Go ahead, JD.
Spades is one of my mods, and I love Spades wholeheartedly. Spades said, JD, VFT, and Fire, this is crazy. Love you all. We love you, dog. It's great to have you here. Spades has been like day one with the Wood Chipper Tribe here on YouTube, and it's always so good to see Spades.
Dude, it's a bit like the guys that I have had for years. I love these motherfuckers. Like, you know, it's like I couldn't pick them out of a lineup if they came up to me, but like as soon as they said their name, I would pick them up and hug them, dude. Like, you know, it's I'm very grateful to the audience. Here's another one that I think this is yours, JD.
Jose, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Huge love, dog. I just wanted to say, JD, be careful around Antifa.
He's not.
Watch all of your videos. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Why would you say I'm not, bro? Why?
Because I've been down there with you.
Listen, man, here's the thing is that the majority of them are super harmless, gender-neutral retards that just have chihuahua bark. But there are some of them that are absolutely violent and they're a danger, and that's why I take it seriously when I'm getting swatted and death threats and shit like that. But I literally, I felt like that same excitement welling up in me when I was out there at those protests, mostly peaceful protests where people were getting their asses kicked right and left. And every time you turn around, there's a street brawl. I honestly, I felt like I was back in prison for a minute, and I was like giddy like a schoolgirl. It brought out the inner retard in me, and I had fun. Nate,
have you ever seen like someone down here who knows how to fight? Like, are there anybody down there that you're like, oh shit, that guy, that dude moves pretty well?
Well, Tommy Boy is 10-0 down there right now, so no. The one guy who knows how to fight's 10-0 outside the ICE facility, so I don't think so.
Yeah, no, there was a couple dudes. They're not Antifa though. And here's the thing. They're the ones who start the violence. They're the ones who always put hands first or spit on you first or stab you with an umbrella
Try
first.
To smack
but they're
your phone out of your hand.
Systematically, chronically fucking bad at violence, dog. So I don't understand why they want to start it when they end up getting fucked up and they're all ACAB, all cops are bastards. And as soon as they assault someone else and then get their fucking ass handed to them, they're like, officer, I need help.
They do that a lot. Yeah. I saw that a bunch of times down there.
Yeah.
That makes sense, dude. You would think that because most people who are, who yap, they get fucked up one time and then they're kind of like, oh, I didn't realize that was actually something that could happen. And they kind of scale it back. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, you think that like these guys, like you would start to run out of like ballsy Antifa people if they just like, because if people getting fucked up, they're like, man, that getting punched in the face was like much less pleasant than I'd anticipated. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. So I was talking to my ad guy yesterday, and he was like, he was I think what did he say? Antifa is anarchists with 911 on speed dial. Like, he was an old school punk rocker who used to jump trains and shit like that. He was into the anarchist ideals, and then he grew up, you know what I'm saying? But he's like, these people are just bitches, bro. So
yeah, dude, we got Carlos Daggett. It's one of your guys. He's like, give him hell, gents. I always watch all of you, dude. Listen, let me tell you something about that. I was talking to JD like before the stream about like just the experience of going from starting a channel to where we're at now. And like the actual underlying motivation was never money for me. It was actually to be like able to like be friends with the people who I watch, where I'm like, that guy would be my boy. And it's like, that's actually the part of this fucking thing that I like the most. Is like, I'm like, I'll be friends with that guy. And then once you talk, you're like, oh yeah, I was right. Like, these guys are, you know what I mean? I love that shit.
You typically, and I'm sure it's this way for you guys too, you definitely build a very like-minded community. Like my community, very different than a lot of communities. Like we are a very like independent political community. Like if we did a poll on, Republican, liberal, independent, you'd get like 60 to 70% independent on my channel. So like everybody's different, but it's cool that you can like build a channel have a community that's very like-minded. Or there's always going to be people, but there's also people that hate my guts that like show up to every live stream just to talk shit to me, which I'm sure you guys get too. So
that does happen, dude. That does happen.
But that's okay too. That's okay too,
Yeah. I don't mind when they disrespect me. Don't disrespect the other people in my community. My mods know they twatapult people out, bro. They'll hide user quick for disrespecting other people in the community. But I'm totally down. Like, I put my face on the internet like full tilt retard. I expect to get some slap back for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nate and Jesse, I have a question for you. So Nate, you saw what went down when we went out to Portland, and tonight is Mischief Night, Antifa action in Seattle. And Seattle Antifa is a different breed than the Rose City Antifa. And all of
How so?
Well, okay, so like they've just been allowed to. I'm still here.
I'm fine.
Well, I lost you guys for a second. You guys there?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I lost you. So how are they different?
So like they've been allowed to, they had the DMZ there for a while, the demilitarized zone, where cops couldn't even go into this fucking area for what
says
was
who?
It 18, 19 months? Dude, that says Seattle. Seattle just let them run it, bro. Like
people getting
the
killed?
cops wouldn't show up. Oh yeah, people were getting killed, people were overdosing, people were getting raped. Like they just took over. And so they're like, it's a way larger and more militant group in Seattle. And a lot of the patriots from Portland are going up to Seattle tonight. And it's been widely announced because you've got people on X who found out that they were doing it because they weren't subtle or, they weren't covert about it. And now people have been announcing to Seattle Antifa, hey, watch out for this dude and this dude and this dude. So I'm a little bit concerned to see what happens tonight. I I mean, Tommy Boy's got that good right hook, but these people are weird, bro. These people are the type of people who will like stab you with a needle full of AIDS blood in the neck and weird shit like that.
Yeah, dude. I remember when during the before the first No Kings one that was in like June or whatever, Dan was like, dude, let's go down to Austin and let's go be down there. And I was like, hell yeah. And I talked to Gabrielle, I talked to my wife. I was like, I think I'm going to go down there. She's like, why? I was like, we're going to film content. And she's like, okay. And, and she's like, she didn't like say not to go. And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, just her hesitation made me think for a second. I'm like, let me think about this for a second. I was like, let's just say hypothetically that someone put me in a position where I had to do whatever and someone gets seriously hurt and I'm in fucking Austin and I end up in front of a judge and then they pull up my YouTube channel at sentencing. What kind of things have I said on the internet that are going to factor into what kind of time I get? And I was like, and I just told Dan, I'm like, I'm not going, dude. I'm not going. Like, the shit I've said on the internet, they'll fucking bury me under the jail for whatever it's like, oh, that's assault. Here's 9 years.
Dan would definitely be an agitator.
Oh, for sure, dude. Yeah.
He would 100% be an agitator.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dog. Chad was really good at that, but none of them wanted to square up with Chad. I love that dude. That dude is savage. He's like, hold my fucking phone. What's up? Like that shit. Bro, nobody wanted to touch him.
Hard way, which also is, no good. You know what I mean? But
well, you have to be aware when you go down there, you're going to be on camera from 5 different angles at all different times. And the PD and the local government are going to back Antifa, not you.
Exactly.
Regardless of how law abiding you are being, they are going to back Antifa every single fucking time, man. And that's just
unless you get lucky, like around you, because there's a lot of cops that are in the jiu-jitsu community and they'll maybe you get one of them.
Not here. There's not. Not
no.
Here, brother.
You live in Texas, brother.
Yeah.
They have orders in Seattle and Portland as to who they back.
Yeah. Nicole Chalmers, 3 of my favorite creators in the same spot. Nice. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, dude. This is one of your guys' Mike Zero.
Mike Zero Source, bro. That's my guy. When I was in Afghanistan supporting SOTFA, which was a new experience, the SOTF, I met many great SF soldiers. The one who stood out the most was George, who was on the show, The Deadliest Warrior. Oh, shit, that's dope, bro. Thank you for your service, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
George, like The Deadliest Warrior. What's that?
I haven't seen the show.
Oh.
But a SOTF is Special Operations Task Force Afghanistan, for those of you who are wondering.
Nice.
That's what we fall under when we're there.
High Speed Chase sounds like a bunch of Wookiee spankers. This is old, and so I have no idea what we're talking about, but hopefully you're talking about us, and yes, that.
If that's an insult or a compliment, okay, sounds good.
We'll take it. Dankster, what's up, dude? Dankster built me a vicious website. If you guys are looking for a website that's highly functional, I got a guy. It's decentralized investigation over Kash Lytel. Kash Lytel, you clever motherfucker. Oh, he doesn't just make websites, dude. He made that's some clever what's the word? I don't even know what the word for that is, but good job. And then
Unwanted Ghost.
Yeah.
What is up, my guy?
Take
Hard
that one,
times create
JD.
Strong men and women. Strong men and women create easy times. Easy times create weak men and women. Weak men and women create hard times. What is a woman? I love you, dog.
No, I've heard a better version of this. You guys want to hear it?
Yep.
It's hard times create strong men. Strong men create liberal white women. Liberal white women create hard times.
Oh, my God, bro. To quote Tommy Boy, liberal white women are the death of America. Him screaming that at Portland State University was literally immediately attacked. He immediately got attacked for yelling that over his bullhorn when he went out to PSU.
Oh, chat, relax. Don't get upset. Come on, it's a joke. My God.
Dude, I know guys that are like, are aligned with us who are married to like straight up like liberal women. Their wives are liberal. I'm like, they're like, we just don't talk politics. Yeah, they're like, we just don't talk politics. And I'm like, how the fuck is that? Like, that's
well,
weird,
it's like,
man.
my sister is super, super left Seattle, and like we have a great relationship. We just don't talk about politics, and it's fine.
Yeah, that's what it's like
funny
with
how we've gotten to a point in America to where it's like people think, oh, if you don't think the exact same as me politically, I hate your guts and I can't be your friend. Like that's what's like kind of disappointing to me is like at the end of the day, if your political outlook is who you are as a person, if that's your identity, you might want to take a look in the mirror, man, because that's a real sad existence. And that's right or left, guys. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Like that shouldn't be like the determining factor for how you lead your life is based off of your political outlook. To me, politics 100% don't mean fucking jack shit to me compared to like who somebody is as a person.
Yeah. I have super liberal friends, bro. Super liberal friends. They're not retarded. I have super MAGA friends that aren't retarded. You know what I'm saying? There's like, you have to, if you can't recognize that there are problematic people on both sides who are unreasonable and they're like super radicalized, if you can't see that within your own group of people, your own circle, like I'm not either, so I can see it very clearly in both sides. I'm for the American people. I'm for the Constitution. I find fault in both sides and I find positives in both sides. But if you can't see that there are retards within your circle, you might be one of the ones drooling in your helmet, bro. Just saying.
Straight up. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like I just find it like hilarious because if people get too tied to their group, you're like, you realize there's only two fucking choices, right? It's like you got to either vote for this person or this person, and you're like, oh, well, you voted for the other person, and it's like, yeah, I mean, like I had to pick one of them. You know what I mean? It's like. I don't know.
I've got a different take on that, man. Because people will always be like, "You didn't," because I say I didn't vote for Trump all three times. They're like, "You voted for Hillary and Biden and Kamala," and I go, "No, I didn't vote for any of those three shitbags either." Because to me, as an American, people think your vote is your vote, but like you have to earn my vote. I'm not giving my vote means a lot to me. I'm not going to just give you my vote because you're the lesser of two evils. Go fuck yourself. Do something to earn my vote, and I will vote for you. I vote in local elections, but until like who'd you put in front of me? You put Trump, Hillary. No thanks, I'm good.
Yeah, I didn't vote in that one either.
No thanks, I'm good. You put Trump, Kamala. No thanks, I'm good. Right. So like, give me a candidate that's actually fucking America first, and actually runs their policy on that, and I'll vote for you.
Yeah, I went Trump 24, Trump 20, but I didn't. In 2016, I was like, I can't see it. That was before I realized how, well, that was actually before they forced us out of our fucking home state with just shit that was, I mean, anybody that asked me, they're like, so wait, so why did you convert your politics? And then I tell them, and they're like, oh. It's like there's no fucking response. It's like if the fucking government did that to you, what side would you be on? You know what I mean? Oh, this one's for you for sure.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
I love that name.
It might not be. Yeah, Tim Kennedy sold me Fent. That's one of ours for sure. Fantastic name. But 99% chance Peter Thiel is the Antichrist. I mean, South Park did a whole episode on that, right?
That's what I was just telling them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's 99%, but it's higher than 0 for sure. With that guy's fucking creepy, dude.
No, dude, how funny was that episode?
It's 99%. He knows what the business end of a dick tastes like, though.
Well,
no, that's 100%.
Oh yeah, well yeah, he's gay,
yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah,
oh, is he?
Yeah, he's actually.
Now I sound like a homophobe.
Yeah, you do.
No, yeah, because like Hulk Hogan, like sued Grindr or not Grindr. What was it? What was it that Hulk Hogan sued him out of business because they leaked his sex tape, and it was and Peter Thiel funded it because they outed him as gay or whatever. Like it wasn't
TMZ, but it was like a TMZ-esque type of business.
Somebody in chat will know
that.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's watching Hulk Hogan's sex tape, though? That's what I want to know.
I've never seen it.
Who is out there like, oh, yeah, brother. Take it, brother. Oh,
yeah. Hey, well, wait till you see my costume tomorrow night for my live stream before you talk trash about Hulk Hogan.
You're getting canceled. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit, dude.
Domino said,
like, the only like, it's really rare for like a public figure sex tape to come out and you're like, girl or guy, where you're like, I mean, not that you're into the guy, but like where a dude just lays it down, like Portnoy in his sex tape. I was like, God damn.
Wait, you're watching Dave Portnoy?
I mean, it's not like I was like, God, I want to see what Portnoy's dick looks like. But it was like, like it was out, like it was out. And I was like, I watched it. And I was like, honestly, my evaluation was like, is he going to get a bunch of like, oh, what's up? What are you doing? And I'm like, oh, the girls are going to be hitting him up.
I would have just kept that one to myself if I were you.
Nick Perkins came with the fire. Okay. Nick Perkins said it was Gawker. Nick Perkins is correct. It was Gawker.
Gawker.
That released Hulk Hogan's sex tape, brother.
That's it, dude. This one's for you guys.
You're dressing up like Hulk Hogan. I'm coming over, bro. Dominar said, politics are the art of looking for trouble, finding it everywhere, diagnosing it incorrectly, and applying the wrong remedies. Groucho Marx. Dominar comes with the fire quotes every single fucking time. That is 100% accurate.
Yep. And by the way, all these motherfuckers are going to look up Portnoy's fucking sex tape right now. Everybody's like, oh, he's gay. They're all, but let me just see what he's talking about.
I want to see some
Sam Wilson, dude. Yeah. So I love seeing you three together. Watch you guys every week. Keep up the amazing work, you guys. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate
Thank you,
dude.
Sam.
Thank you.
I'm very flattered when people say that you watch my channel. If like that you watch them as well, like, or that I'm included in the same group. It's like, I'm flattered, dude. Let's go. This is one of your guys's.
Was CK killed with a poison dart? I mean, I've been open to any theory, but probably not. If I had to guess. Dude, I look like a poison dart injury, homies. Sorry.
Yeah. Dude, I got a buddy of mine who is not a crazy person and not a flat earther who is like, now he's like, Charlie's alive. And I'm like, bruh, he's not alive. He's like, he's like, listen to me. The thing is though, is I mean, I don't believe this at all, but I'm just saying, like, when he's like, just think about all of the behavior from the TPUSA people and Erica Kirk. And you think about that guy's bizarre fucking video of himself, like the selfie and all that. You're like, it does honestly look like, and then like bad. The EMTs don't go help him. Like, EMTs, it actually, like, I mean, again, I realize how flat earth this sounds, but I at least understand how a person I don't consider to be crazy would at least entertain the theory when you think about it like that. It's like, that is, all of those things are pretty fucking weird. But anyway, Nancy says, Candace is a warrior. I agree. Thank you for the super chat. So. All right. This one is, what's up, boys? Love all you motherfuckers. Keep it up. Wood chipper. Yeah.
Where's the fat electrician and Black Scout Survival? Nick is one of the busiest people I know, bro. Nick. I'm gonna say that.
Although I did talk to Nick the other day, and we're gonna do a 3-way live stream with me, JD, and Nick eventually, and we're all gonna wear the exact same clothes and the exact same hat and sit in like the Spider-Man meme together for you guys. So we're gonna do it eventually, because those are I swear to God, you go to our comment section, and like any of the 3 comment sections, you'll have people be like, "I thought this was the fat electrician. I'm not watching now." Like, that's fine, dude.
Dude, we're doing a really long stream November 14th during the Jake Paul fight. It's like it's free on Netflix, so we're gonna be rocking. I mean, that'll be a long one, dude. That'll be fucking fun.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah.
I banged your mom, dude. What's up, guy? That's he was in my stream yesterday. I was like, I banged your mom. Yeah. What's up, good sir?
That's my homie right there.
Appreciate
Bro,
you, dude.
Hey, hold on, put that back up. Sorry, I got to roast him a little bit. You look like a Flint, Michigan Justin Bieber, homie.
He comes with the fire compliment, and you're just like, "Oh, no,
I'm giving him a hard time, dude. I'm giving him. That's not actually that bad of a. That's not even that. Like Justin, anything related to Justin Bieber is not bad.
No, that's not bad. And you got your entire sternum tattooed, which I can testify hurts like
he kind of looks like Justin Bieber, but he's tatted up.
Yeah. The collarbones, holy shit, bro, that shit wasn't fun.
Miserable.
I mean that with all love, man. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Be nice,
Nate. Do you have your sternum tattooed?
Oh yeah, I got everything tattooed, homie.
Yeah. Fuck this shit. Like,
he's tattooed
right here
everywhere.
Not as much as JD. JD's covered, but I'm pretty close to that. Oh yeah, there it is.
5150. Dude, there's no one who has 5150 across their stomach that has never been to prison. That's like
no. Hi.
Dude, that Israeli flag does its job, Nate.
Yeah, we don't have it up today. Oh, Jesse doesn't know about the Israeli flag? Yeah.
No,
JD does. But so yeah, whenever I get into like talking about Israel, I've got a giant Israel flag that is the entire background of the channel. And then we spend about 5 minutes as like a meditation exercise with the chat. See, the chat's already doing it. They're throwing the Israel flags in the chat. We talk about how amazing Israel is. We love Israel. Israel is the greatest country in the world. We're the most pro-Zionist channel on the planet. We do that for about 5-10 minutes.
When did you start doing that?
We've been doing that for what, guys? 6 months now. We've been doing that. But anyway, what I do is I do that, and then we just trash Israel for the next 30 minutes, and the streams never get demonetized because the algorithm picks it up as a pro-Israel channel, and so we're just good, boys.
Oh my God, that is so fucking smart because your views are super fucking good. You know,
that's what we do. That's what we do to get by the Israel problem. I got
dude,
my chat
that is
spamming Israel flags right
smart,
now, baby.
Man. That is so smart. I mean, obviously your content is fire too, but I'm like,
you gotta use your brain. You know what I mean? You gotta play the game. So we play the game.
I remember like Awaken with JP, like when his channel was still pumping millions of views. He said that he thought that the YouTube algorithm couldn't recognize sarcasm. And so when his videos appeared to be like leftist, and so they would go to the moon, and then someone identified it, and it just murdered his views, dude.
Oh, like, really? Oh, yeah. Got caught. Yeah, they haven't caught me yet, but that's what we do. So
dude, there are so like if you go across the entire Google like platform, YouTube, Google, whatever, and you look for like documentaries or content that like goes through why people believe that the moon landing's fake, it's gone. Like they scrubbed the entire internet of it, except for JP has a video where he is pretending to mock fake moon landing people, where he's actually laying out all of the actual evidence why people think that it's fake. It's fucking brilliant, dude. It's one of the only ones that's left up. And it's that's
a good one. Do you guys believe in the moon landing?
Fuck no. That's like the fact, like that. If it was like, Jesse, your fucking life is on the line, or let's say you're going to lose your left arm if you're wrong. Did humans go to the moon? Yes or no? I would instantly press no. Like I wouldn't even go take no time at all. Maybe I lose my arm, but that's how confident I am that we didn't, dude.
Here's the moment where I got on board with that is when I remember seeing clips of who was it in office at the time? Was it Johnson?
No, it's Nixon. Every single time it was Nixon.
So it was Nixon. Nixon calls the astronauts on a landline phone.
Fucking absurd.
While it's being live streamed. And it's like, okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and there's
landline. Like when you've really looked into it, it's so dumb. It's like, okay, guys, hey, what's the furthest that humans have traveled off Earth ever aside from the moon landings? And they're like, what? I mean, the answer is 600 miles. Okay. The moon is 237,000 miles away. You know, it's like, does that seem like a little bit of a discrepancy that, and like, we just have never, and no other country's been able to do it. We've never been able to do it.
And we supposedly, we live streamed it in like perfect camera to the American people in the 50s when like you couldn't even live stream that today with the technology we have now. It's like, all right,
exactly.
Rock on.
And there were no computers. Current state, somehow they can't figure out how to do it with all of the technology that we have now, but they did it with no fucking computers in '69. It's so dumb, dude. I don't know how
you guys are just finding all the things that YouTube will remove your shit for, and you're like, let's talk vigorously about this. Israel, moon landing
7 minutes
fake.
in, I think it's like once you're an hour in, they don't care. I don't think.
Yeah, once you get pretty deep, you can talk about pretty much what you want, I think.
Yeah.
As long as there's not a girl showing her tits and dick at the same time. I learned that the other night.
That's the Portland.
That's the Portland shit. Dudes Detail, what's up, homie? This is awesome. 3 of my favorite content creators. Keep banging, bros. Yo, I love you, homie. It's great to see you here.
Well, put that back up. Put that back up. Keep banging, boys. No. First of all, I'm not going to do that. But thank you.
He took it there, you guys. He took it there.
Yeah. I mean, I might. Maybe if it's Portnoy, dude. Portnoy. Dave, this is one of your guys'.
Dave Portnoy's face was a gay sex tape, and you.
No, I'm just kidding. No. He just like he actually.
I was about to cash out, dude. I'm like,
bro. No. He's like he's one of these guys that like.
One on you.
He's like one of these guys that like he likes to like defile them, you know, which I'm not into at all. So like, but I he spit in the chick's mouth and shit. I was like, God damn. But
that's pre-wife
like,
behavior, bro. That's pre-wife behavior.
I think that comes from like dudes who didn't fuck a lot when they were like younger, and so they got like kind of like mad. They're like, these fucking girls won't fuck me, and then when they get it later, they're like, I'm gonna spit in this bitch's mouth. That's my theory anyway. I don't know.
Jesus.
Nick Fuentes behavior.
I mean, it's like I'm not into that shit. It's like, yeah. It's an evil world we live in. Future. That's true, dude. That is true. Yep. This is one of your guys'. Roland.
That's me.
Yeah.
Roland. I heard Charlie Kirk. We're all Kirk. Also good to see you live, brother. Been waiting to see you live. Hope you've been good. Thank you so much, Roland. Love you, man. Huge respect.
Yeah, this is one of your guys too. David Lones. That looks like a Valhalla guy. Thank you, Doug.
Yeah.
And then David Fredrickson.
Ooh.
Dude, my unsub Echelon order just arrived. Are you talking about, did you get the killer apple or did you get the cherry limeade, bro? I haven't got to check out the cherry limeade yet. Nick is slipping. I don't know why that's not in my fridge, but I'm sure it's fucking amazing because the killer apple
is
banging, dog.
What is
it? Echelon energy drink. So Nick bought into an energy drink it's like the number one energy drink now on army bases. And they had a bunch of, like, it's spicy. And they're small cans that have 300 milligrams of caffeine and, like, about a tenth of the normal ingredients of an energy drink. It's the cleanest energy drink on the market. But all the flavors were spicy. And Nick bought in and he's like, hey, check it out. We're making ones that aren't spicy because not everybody wants a habanero mango fucking energy drink, dog. They did a killer apple unsubscribe version, and now they've done a cherry limeade, and I think they have one other flavor that are not spicy and don't have 300 milligrams because some people don't want to die. I can't call it. I want all the gas in my shit. Like, just put fucking rocket fuel in the Monster, and I'll fucking IV that shit, bro.
Yeah, dude. Hey, do you got all the viewers? I got two requests. A, if you guys could like this stream, that would be amazing. And B, much more important, if the three of us and Dan and then maybe some heavy duty country, if we do a tour like of live shows, will you guys come to those shows, dude? You guys buy tickets and come if we do that?
I want to see the answer on this.
Yeah. Me and JD are talking about doing that together here in Oregon here pretty soon.
Dude, I will fly to Oregon and do that show for nothing just because just to test the waters and see if it's fun, dude. Like, I think it'll be super fucking fun.
Dude, I saw the unsub guys.
Yeses.
They had a massive amount of people show up to theirs. They're way more famous than us, but dude.
How big was their place?
It was like a hotel conference room, completely packed. Like tons and tons of people there. It was wild. They've been doing
they're selling out shows everywhere they go, bro. They're killing it right now.
We should just, I mean, I'm completely down to do it. And like, I will admittedly be like, sure. I'll be flabbergasted. Like, you know, we probably sell out the first one. I'll be like, holy shit, people actually bought tickets to this thing, dude. You know?
Or nobody shows up.
Exactly. Yeah. Or that. I'm like, are they not seeing my advertisements? Jeez.
Maybe
hey, Schuster, what's up, dude? Some hard pipe hitting motherfucker up in here. Much love and respect to all you gentlemen. Appreciate what you all do and love this collaboration. Thank you, Shu. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah.
And Cody, CLD, THTBP.
Could that be public code timeline, please? Humiliation sounds like that sounds like some Q talk.
Yeah, I don't know that. The Jaboa, thank you for the super chat. Love your opinion. Share it. Was trafficked as a child. More needed done for child protection. Sorry that happened to you, but we are.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that's one of my wood chipper tribe people. I love you, brother. We're all in this together, man.
Yep. Fuck those people, man. Bob Bitchin says every single thing that stems from covering up or distraction from the files, it is fucking crazy.
Yeah, where's the files, homies? It's been it's been 6 years. It's been 6 years.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear? Cash says there's nothing in there, dude. There's no evidence of trafficking.
Almost a
decade.
There
are no files.
Yeah.
The FBI never wrote anything down. It was just all in their heads, guys.
God,
yeah,
dude.
Super believable.
Mini golf VR. All right. I don't know what that means.
Oh, that might have been like the hospital mini golf.
Oh yeah. No, I don't play mini golf on VR or phone or anything like that. Will, is that William Botcher? You ever been in a 2-county long high-speed chase? How's your mom and dad? You guys, this is one of my best friends on the entire face of the planet. This is me and him got in the gnarliest high-speed chase ever. Will, I fucking love you, dude. It's so good to see you, man. I've tried to get a hold of you for years now, dog. It's crazy that you're here right now. Please hit me up somewhere. Insta, Facebook, X, whatever, man. I would love to be in contact with you. I love you so much, bro. That dude, me and him wrote out multiple cases with each other and kept it solid, bro. Like tighter than frog asshole, bro. Just, that dude's a good dude.
I can, like, of all the buddies I have, you're the one who I can actually visualize, like, in the high-speed chase, in the fucking car. Like, I can see it, dude. I can see that shit.
Will was actually driving in this last one. It was like, it took him 7 hours to catch me because I was able to get away. The dog got him. But, like, I was like, he was driving. I was ducked down, smoking all the meth I could before they got us. I'm like, I have to smoke all this before I go to jail. It was legitimately nuts, bro. And, hey, Will, fuck that Honda, bro. The Del Sol has no push, dog. No, they're not like the Prelude. They said it's like the Prelude. There's nothing under the hood.
Dude, what about those channels that are like the guys that have the fucking street, like the racing bikes that go 180 miles an hour, and then like they just like, you know, like their channels, they put the thing on their helmet and then they bait the cops into fucking high speed chases, then the cops can't catch them. Like I watch those just like, well, I know he's not going to die because he posted this, but this is insane.
Hold on, dude, because I got a kind of a sick sense of humor. I like to watch the ones in the high speed chases where the motorcycles literally like going 180 and they like hit a car on the freeway, and the dude just like fucking flies 600 feet in the air. Like, I just watched someone die.
Yeah, they're not going to make it if you hit a car going 25 on a fucking motorcycle. You're 50-50.
I'm not. Yeah, I will not. You will never catch me on a motorcycle, man. I've got I know too many people that have died in motorcycle accidents.
I'll fucking die, bro. I'm not getting on a motorcycle. I'll fucking die. I'm reckless. I have zero fucking regard for my own survival.
Dude, JD, but you like it'd be so you could be in an outlaw biker club. I mean, you'd end up in prison again, but like that'd be sick. We could go to like the biker club parties, you know.
I could do like the old dude with like the trike, like the the old trike motorcycles that are like the 3-wheelers. Yeah. I could do that. I could chill on.
I have the invite.
Race bike. I crashed a what is the tiny dirt bikes? 50 cc's. 50 cc's. Is that what they are?
Yeah.
So Jared Taylor was out at his house with was it with Brent? Or Heavy Duty Country was out there. He wasn't out there at the time. I fucking tried to get on one of the 50 cc's and fucking crashed it into a tree and fucking
Aaron was there with you guys, right?
Not for that one. No, Aaron came in after I did, but. Yeah,
nice. Dude.
I'm not going to name drop clubs or anything, but if you guys ever want to go to a 1% bike clubhouse for one of their parties, bro, I could take us to a couple different 1% clubs I'm friends with. So
I'm good. I'll pass on that.
I'm like, I don't want to go downtown Austin for the No Kings. I'm like, but let's fucking do some 1%. Like, I'm not being very consistent, dude. But I would go for sure.
I want to beat up Antifa. I just don't want to go to prison.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, I'm down to fuck up some weirdos, but I just don't want to like get bracelets on for it. Amp says, "What's up from Alaska? What's your guys' opinion on how Trump is expanding work with Palantir?" Wait, didn't we already do that one?
No, this is a different one asking the same thing. And my answer is still going to be the same. I think that it's going to be really bad for Americans. I don't like Palantir or trust Peter Thiel.
Hold on, let me talk on this one because I'm the only one who actively knows how Palantir's software works because they used it in special operations before they ever used it as a public company, and it is an Intel apparatus, incredibly good. And so what I'll say is this to people: Palantir is already integrated with the government, all the way through the government. Well before they went public as a public company, they've been working with the government for 20 years. So am I that worried about it? Not really, because they're already integrated in the government. Like, they already have your data. They have all of it. and they had it before they ever went as a public company. So that's what I would just say is it good? No. But do they already have everything? Yes. So you were already there. So just look at it that way.
Yeah. It's like fighting against the adoption of like cell phones.
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. We're going to take a quick break from the super chats and we're going to watch this together. Okay. So this was sent to me and someone was like, you have to actually play this one. I was like, all right. I haven't seen this.
We're at the airport in Florida. Delayed for a very long time. So we were talking about long time. If we see somebody in a hat or a shirt, American flag, Charlie Kirk shirt, don't engage, right? What do we do? Don't look at them.
Don't engage, don't look at them.
Yeah, don't give them any attention, right?
Yeah, because they will take it.
No, don't look at all. But we can play a little game. What would we say if we could?
Sometimes I try to seek negative attention too.
Oh my God.
Cool costume, but when I cosplay as a MAGA Karen, I try not to look so constipated.
Oh my God,
poor children,
so
dude.
lame.
Poor children, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. Like my daughter, rolls like she's a fucking MAGA kid, but like not because I'm like hey Giselle, listen. It's really important that you make everyone know that you love Trump. It's just like, she's just my kid and she knows that, so like, and she just didn't understand during the election. She just didn't understand, like, she didn't get how crazy people are over it. And so she like would roll with, like, she wore a fucking, like a Trump hat with her friend that her friend gave her. And we told her, we're like, Giselle, you can't do that shit. Like at school, like these teachers are like, certain teachers will like actually for real hate you. And she's like, they just like, kids can't understand it because it's so absurd. You know what I mean?
One of my proudest things as a parent is the fact my daughter, who's 11, will stop being friends with her friends that are mean or bully people. She'll just cut them off. And she's 11 years old, and she's like the nicest, kindest little girl in the world, dude. So, like, that is what you should be reaching out for your 10-year-old kids, to be like just kind to everyone rather than like setting them up to fucking hate people based off their political beliefs. Like I just feel bad for the kids, man, because they're going to be that way their whole lives because that's how they were developed. So it's sad.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's great to indoctrinate your kids politically on either side, really.
Yeah, I don't even talk to my kids about politics yet.
Remember that kid that we met that was 18 when we went to the No Kings protest, and he was fiery, he was educated, he was on point. Actually, in fact, that young dude, I've known his mom for like 15 years, dog. She posted on Facebook how proud she was of her son. And like somebody actually attacked me and you for going up and asking them if they wanted to speak. He did a whole TikTok calling us fucking grifters and this and that, and saying
for giving them a platform to just
he said they wouldn't even talk to us and that they shamed us and that we looked super butthurt. When, like, bro, why would you lie? Like, everything's on video. And she was like, his mom was like, that dude's retarded. My kid was super stoked to be able to speak on JD and Valhalla's platforms. That kid was super educated, and I feel like he did it himself. And that shit is lit. You know what I'm saying? But if you're taking a 5 or 6 year old and you're like, hey, this politician's the devil, and anybody who likes him, you should shame behind their back. Like, that's weirdo behavior, bro.
The only time that we talk any kind of specifics politics with our kids is if like we're driving somewhere and like I have an 8, 9, and 13-year-old, and like if like the younger ones see like a Biden sticker and they're all, that person's a Biden voter, and we're like, that's fine, guys. Like that's not a problem at all. Like we don't have any issues with people who have other political that's. If you think that that's what you overhear us saying, you don't understand what we're saying. There's no problems there at all. Like, just, it's ridiculous.
I got to read one of my comments. Amazing Disgrace said, notice dad wasn't traveling with them.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I can imagine exactly what that dad looks like anyway.
Fatherless society, and not even based off race, but just in general, fatherless society is probably one of the biggest problems we have in America right now, I think.
100% agree. Okay, now listen to this one. This one I think is going to be a lot.
I'll be back 1 sec, guys.
Okay.
Finally, If you think the Zoran thing is happening just in New York, and you think people are waking up only in New York City, you're mistaken. Look at this clip of a wine mom at the No Kings March. Play the clip.
Whatever his name was?
Charlie Kirk, ma'am?
Yeah, him is horrible. Horrible.
Charlie Kirk is horrible?
Yes, I'm glad he's not here.
You're glad he's dead?
Yes.
Why would you say something like that, ma'am?
Because he was horrible on the campuses, the college campuses. Horrible person.
You know what? I do the exact same thing.
Well,
would you be glad if I would die?
Maybe. I'd have to think about it.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Your friend just said she'd be happy if I died.
I think we need to...
So listen up, Democratic establishment. You can either jump on board with this shit, or we're coming after you in the same way that we come after MAGA. Period. Stop taking AIPAC money. Go on an I'm sorry I took AIPAC money atonement tour if you want to stay in power. Stop missing out on these big rallies. Hakeem and Chuck should have been front and center introducing the next mayor of New York City, but no, they wouldn't show up because they're pussies. They're pussies that are beholden to the same corporations that helped Donald Trump get elected. And this is just an embarrassment.
Oh, yeah. The establishment that was so helpful to Trump.
Embarrassment. Kudos to Bernie, to AOC, to Zoran. And that woman out in somewhere middle America saying, fuck Charlie Kirk. He was a racist. He was a piece of shit. There are so many more of us than there are of them. And these Democrats that continue to play patty cake with corporations and lobbyists. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants you. We want politicians to speak freely and look at what the benefit is. Look at what is happening in New York. And you dipshits are sitting on the sidelines, running your social media like complete dorks. It's embarrassing. Get your shit together. Hakeem and Chuck, seriously, get your shit together.
Okay, so I just want to say, before we say anything about this, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. The word CUNT is absolutely 100% instantaneous demonetization. So we can't say that word out loud. But what I will say about that is I think that she has a fantastic strategy and she should do that as much as possible, because if she honestly thinks that publicly gloating about the death of a person on the other side who got murdered in front of the world is going to be a net positive for her, she is more retarded than any human being that I have ever interacted. You think that's a net positive because you're getting good feedback from your little fucking social circle and the bots that George Soros is paying for, you fucking retard. Okay. Normal people are going to hear you guys do that. And they're going to, if more and more of you do that, they're going to be like, wait, this is the Democratic Party. And they're coming on the other side. And you're going to get ass pumped in every single election going forward. Like, these delusional fucking people are, it's unbelievable. You know, like I would spit in her fucking face. Like, literally, like that woman right there, I would spit in her fucking face. That's my take on that.
Look, here's my thing is that I thought SSRIs were supposed to help people with their mental health crises, but they seem to be just pushing people in the wrong direction. And I'm not saying that to shame anybody who's on SSRIs. I've been on SSRIs, but don't let them become your personality like that bitch.
I mean, she really thinks that like she is like sharing a strategy, like a winning strategy. She's like, if you are not down to tell them that you want them dead, then you are a pussy. You're like, okay, I just want to make this perfectly clear, sweetheart. You keep talking like that. Okay, you're either just going to lose everyone, or maybe you might actually bait people into violence. Do you have any idea? Like, have you ever like actually had to engage in any kind of violence? No, of course you haven't. Okay, like that. This is like I don't think that you want that, girl. Okay, like you want people like I don't know. I can't with these fucking people, dude. I literally can't. Nate, you didn't see it, but
yeah, I got the gist of it. But I mean, I heard the back half of it. Yeah, I mean, all these people calling for violence, to your point, like, again, are always people who've never had to commit real violence. And that's why, I mean, look at there's dozens and dozens of, special operator and military channels out there, and almost none of them glorify violence, right? Because you had to go commit it. It's disgusting for most human beings, like having had to commit it, even if it's for a just cause. Like, it's not a good thing. So, like, listen to some woman like that who has no idea what violence actually looks like. Talk about calling for it. It's like, give me a fucking break, man. On either side of that, like right or left. That's why all these people that are calling for like civil war after Charlie Kirk's, I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. None of you would be able, not none of you, but like the vast majority of you calling for it would be the first to fucking go, dude, because you have no idea what a civil war would actually look like.
And anybody who does would never want it.
Yeah, somebody said except for 50. I almost said it. I didn't say it, but somebody said except for 50 grenades, Timmy. Yes, that is a guy that glorifies violence, and we all saw how that worked out for him in the long run. So, yeah. But anyway, Jack couldn't let that one go.
That's the one thing I actually enjoyed.
Nice, guys, and my chat went, nope, we're gonna call it.
Yeah. Like, the one thing I enjoyed about that movie Civil War, though, was like, I actually think that this is doing a half decent job of depicting what you could expect if that happened. And if you're watching that movie, you're all, this looks like something that'd be like awesome. You're like, what fucking movie are you watching? This is good for no one. There's not one thing that's good. It's all 100% bad. All of it. It's like,
it's a bunch of people who play Fortnite and think it's real life, bro. They're retards.
Yes. Mary Bostwick, thank you very much. Jesse, let me help you with your overwhelmed brain so you don't have to miss your gym time. Get your beauty rest. Best live I've ever watched. Thank you very much. Hicka, this one's for you guys.
Hicka, what's up, bro? How you doing? It's great to see you. Huge love and respect. Thank you for the support, family.
Yeah, Suzanne, thank you, JD, Nate, and Jesse. Love your guys' channels. Great to see you guys all together. Dude, and Nate, when you said you were going to have to leave at 6:30, I was like, oh, dude, 90 minutes. That's fine. Like, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker's leaving.
I'll probably be on for 15 more minutes. While we do that, hey, quick shout out, all of my viewers and really everybody. Once this is over, I'll be over with Brent Tucker. Yes, my audience loves Brent Tucker on the Tier 1 podcast. I won't be live on my channel, guys, but for all my viewers who are here, we're going live in 35 minutes over on Brent's channel on the Tier 1 podcast, so we'll continue it there. So everybody, when you're done here, flow over to me and Brent's channel, but watch me and Brent on his channel. Me and Brent.
I'll watch that shit when we're done. I might even turn it on this channel so that you can do, like, have you ever done the thing where it's like, hey, what's up with their live streaming, your live stream, and like it's some break the fourth wall shit, dude.
Or when you're done, send your viewers to the channel.
I will. Yeah, for sure.
It's his channel. He'll have to turn it on. He's probably not gonna be able to figure it out in time. But anyway, guys, make sure you're over there.
What's his new channel called again?
Tier 1. Yeah, put it, pin it in the in the pin comment if you can. Tier 1 podcast. Tier 1 podcast.
Tier 1 podcast. I'll put it in the top of the description.
For all you guys watching, if you are a fan of me, then you probably like Brent even more than you like me. Brent's an awesome dude. So make sure you head over there for that. But anyway, I got about 15 minutes.
Tier 1 podcast. Boom. Okay, cool. It's in the description now if people refresh. Angie on the Gulf became a member. Dude, JD, I told you, dude. I told you about the girls, man. Thank you very much, Angie.
It's
welcome.
Incredible that you have so much female support. It just goes to show that you are like a very articulate and developed human being, and I love that. Dung is fun. Great to see you, homie. The reason they have umbrellas is so they can start fights and pull out the umbrellas to cover up the cameras. You are 1,000% correct on that. That is exactly their tactic. They use the umbrellas to be able to stop you from getting any film while they assault people. So if you're ever faced off with Antifa for any reason, and you see them start to pull out umbrellas, just know they are planning an attack. And they do coordinated attacks like this, whether it's physical assault, where they use the umbrellas to stop you from being able to record, or like they did on Tommy's live stream the other night, where a very loud, obnoxious person comes up from the front to get his attention, and then somebody screams behind him. Like, they stop, somebody screams behind him, so when he turns around, it was a Themily with her tits and her penis out that ended up on his live stream, and by proxy my live stream. They have multi different ways that they try to attack you, shutting down your socials, hiding the assaults that they commit. You know, they'll try to do a distraction in front of you and come up from behind you and hit you in the head with the rock. These Antifa retards are, you know, they have crude tactics, but they do some tactical shit. I will be checking out what's going on in Seattle tonight. I'm going to try to live stream a little bit of what's going on with Tommy out there. I'm not sure how long that's going to last because, as we all know, it gets real hairy real quick out there, and Seattle's a different animal than Portland. So stay tuned for that later tonight.
Heavy Duty Country dropped a fucking super chat.
There he
Dude,
is.
let's go to Austin and watch people steal bananas and toilet paper.
That's all you could donate was $5, Dan. $5. That's it, Dan.
Dan, come on, dude. If you're done with your shit, dude, come join this thing, dude. Hang on. So yeah, that umbrella thing, that's good tradecraft, actually. Kind of.
It is.
No, it actually kind of is.
Nate, this is for you, dude.
Nate, I'm bullying Pepperbox comments on the app to get you on the sub show. I mean, I was just down there and was literally met Brandon and Donut when we went. Oh, and Matt Best was there. Went to the gun shop with them and stuff. So maybe at some point, they haven't invited me yet, but I don't know. I'd definitely go on. They seem like awesome dudes from when I met them.
So we missed a couple supers that passed up. I don't know if you see them on your screen, but DB and Boise.
Oh, we're like, dude, we have a million to catch up on.
Yeah, this is a $100 super though that we just passed that said, which one of your tats hurt the worst?
Wait, hang on. Hang on. Let me see. Where did I miss that?
It's
I see this one. I see this one, or because I was doing them in order, but I'll do the. Let me find.
Well, this one is above, so we passed this one up. As far as tattoos, for me, the tattoos that hurt the worst, I hated the throat. I hate doing the skull and my belly button, bro. Inside the belly button hurts like a motherfucker, dog.
Dude, I missed a $100 super chat above. Like, that's my bad. Did you? Whoever's I missed, if I missed anybody, I apologize for that.
I love this one because this is like me in a nutshell, right? Policy wise. So I'm a JFK liberal, but I'm for whoever breaks the current corruption shitstorm on both sides. Thank you guys from all of us. We have to worry about losing our corporate jobs and destroying our families and speaking out. Nate's my guy. So JFK liberal, so you guys know that in 2025 would be probably center right conservative in a lot of ways. JFK, the only president, the last president to not kiss the wall. JFK, the last America First president. JFK, the person who issued the Green Beret, the only presidential issued headgear. So yes, as a Green Beret, we are massive fans of JFK. I wish we had a fucking president like JFK again now. We are in dire need for that.
Yeah.
First Irish president? Yeah.
Yeah, I just again, I'm an independent and I voted for Obama and I'm good buddies with Ed Byers, who was on the Bin Laden mission, and he had and Rob actually said nothing. Like they talked about what their experience with Obama was, and they had glowing reviews of his their interaction with him in a really serious, obviously serious situation where they were going on a pretty fucking hairy mission. Unwanted Ghost says, God bless you three. Can you please bring Donut? I don't know Donut Operator, but I watch his stuff and think he's a stud.
I love Donut, bro. Cody is such an amazing human being. I would love to have him on a live stream. I know he's doing a lot more streaming lately, so I'll hit him up and see if we can get something scheduled, man, because Cody is just such a great person. Like, hanging out with him in his house, him cooking us steaks up and letting us play with his bomb squad robot was so much fun, bro.
Dude, we should just keep on doing these streams and expanding it to all the people that I think that, we would get along with and just build a coalition of fucking people that we're friends with online. Dude, okay, so this one is what's up, dude? This is my guy. Damn, this is wild. Enjoy all your guys' content, by the way. JD, like the shirt, similar to my boys. Go your local PDF file.
Yeah, I got my JD hat over there. I just built brand new desks and stuff in here, so I don't have my Make Pedophiles Afraid Again hat on the desk, unfortunately.
Yo,
this smoke show belongs to one of you guys.
Nutrition. That's dope. That's what's up.
Yeah.
She said, hey, 3 kings in the house. Thank you so much, sis. Deeply appreciate you. Gaspari Nutrition is amazing.
Thank you. This one's Mike Zero again.
That's probably for me. With your experience in coin, that is counterinsurgency, everyone. Can you see the similarities between Antifa and foreign groups? Also, what you consider Antifa's center of gravity? Look, comparatively to a real terrorist organization, and I know people get mad I say real terrorist organization, Antifa ain't that, homies. Like when you look at Al-Qaeda or some terrorist organizations and how deep in the networks and the shadow governments and all this crazy stuff, the closest Antifa has is Antifa Chandler letting him use his room for taking shits in Portland. That's like the best I've seen. They're really coordinated from what I've seen personally. So I think Antifa to me is like 80 to 90% dipshit college kids that just are disgruntled and want to feel like they matter. So they're going down behind some cause. I just don't see Antifa. Not to say it's not real. It's 100% real, but like they're not as organized as a real insurgency movement. Or if they were, I can tell you guys, they would be causing 100 times bigger problems than they actually are. They wouldn't be just protesting outside an ICE facility getting shot with pepper balls. They'd be fucking up infrastructure. They would be all doing all kinds of crazy shit. So
JD, I thought your interview with the Antifa guy was fucking awesome.
Timu, said, Steve, hold on. Steve said Antifa is Timu terrorism, and I think that's a pretty good description of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Chandler is one that. So the first time I went out, I literally went out objectively just to get their opinion and why they were upset, what their grievances with the government are, because I have my own grievances with our government right now. And they immediately swarmed me. They started calling me names and all that shit. They were trying to provoke violence. They had the numbers. It was so refreshing to go out there and first off, actually be able to speak to one of them who is articulate. I disagree with him, but he's articulate and he's willing to speak. In fact, he's doing an interview with my friend, Dr. Carlin tonight. Which will be really interesting to see. They're doing a live interview, but, also to see them get swarmed in return and be completely outnumbered by people who are standing up to them. The dynamic shift there was absolutely fucking incredible. And there's so much. I'm about to drop my second in my installment of videos about him. We focus a lot about Nick Sorter and his whole situation. Him, like, that went all the way to the White House. They got a round table with Trump because of those assaults they did on Nick Sorter and how the Portland PD backed Antifa. Even though Nick didn't even fight to defend himself, he was just retreating. They still arrested him. So
see, I like those situations and like the autonomous zone and all that. The only way that I can read that is that's like the actual result of like Soros chaos being sown with like the district attorneys and like, because like how else could you possibly explain it? There's no way you're winning votes with that shit.
Let me tell you stories, guys, from I'm living in Oregon. I teach legal use of force courses. I used to. I don't teach right now just because I'm too lazy about it. I can qualify people for their CCWs, all sorts of different stuff. Let me tell you how it works in Oregon, okay? Self-defense in general. I'll give you a little story about my buddy who is a firearms instructor as well. He had a crazy fented out dude or methed out dude break into his home in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. He's on the second floor. He hears shit going on at the bottom of his stairwell, comes out of the bedroom, looks down his stairs. There's a dude in his house at the bottom of the stairs who pulls a gun out and opens fire at him in his own home, right? Mind you, this dude's a former Marine, badass dude, pulls his gun out, smokes the dude, kills the dude in his home, right? This dude broke into his home, opened fire on him, okay? Obviously, he got in no trouble necessarily on the not civil side. I'm brain farting. Not civil.
Criminal.
Chat, help me. Criminal side of things, right? Because again, but on the civil side of things, in Oregon court, and I'm shit you not, this is not a made up story. He gets sued, and he gets sued by the baby mama of the guy who broke into his house and opened fire on him for $72,000 in lost future child support. That sounds insane, right? Guess who won the case and how much he had to pay.
Tell me how much.
Insane.
The baby mama won the case, and they said he was required to pay all $72,000 to that woman. That's Oregon, boys. So
No
to your point,
way, dog.
when JD talks about like these district attorneys and these judges, and that's not a made up story. That's a fucking true story of a dude I know. Okay. He's actually the same dude actually got shot at in a 7-Eleven and killed a dude in a 7-Eleven that tried to rob a 7-Eleven. He's got 2 codes.
He smoked 2 dudes that tried to Jesus.
Absolutely wild. But that's a real story, and then it gives you an idea of some of these liberal cities of the way the DAs and the judges work, man. Like they don't give a fuck, dude. Like that's the craziest. That's one of the craziest ones I've ever heard. But luckily he had insurance and he didn't have to pay it. But she won, dude, and she got that $72,000.
So he had that kind of like the shooter insurance that like when Dan got in the beef with that company over like that kind of insurance.
And I'm not gonna say the company because Dan hates the company.
Oh, okay, but they did pay out on that one. Yeah,
they did pay out for him. That one they couldn't not because it was like the most like USCCA, right? Is the company. They have a lot of problems with potentially turning people down in self-defense cases, but that one they couldn't turn it down because it was a dude literally broke into his house and started shooting at him in his own home. But yeah, that's a real wild story, dude. Guys. Yeah, crazy, huh?
That is wild, dude. Like my favorite like break-in story is you guys know Anthony Smith, the UFC fighter, like just retired. So he's he's a goddamn monster. Like he fought at 205, but like he's gigantic in real life.
He's probably walking around at like 235, I bet.
He's 6'5" too, and he's like, I mean, he's huge, dude.
Yeah.
And like whenever I hang out with him, I'm like, this motherfucker is like a different species, dude. So he's you're talking a top fucking probably top 20 most deadly person on planet Earth at the time. 240 pounds, 6'5". He comes out of his room and there's a fucking meth head dude in his house, and the guy has his his fucking hands in his pockets, and so Anthony's like, he's like, dude, he's like, this is the craziest fight I've ever been in my life. He's like, I hit this guy with he's like, I must have punched this guy and elbowed this guy 75 times and he wouldn't go out. And I'm like, how big was
this? Was in his house?
In his house, dude. He's like, God, and he just didn't, he had his, I think he said he had a Kimber Ultra Carry that was in his safe that he just didn't have on him. And so he's on top. The guy was 160 pounds and the guy was just methed up. So like he couldn't knock him out. And obviously everybody's question is like, well, why didn't you strangle him unconscious? Because, he's a jiu-jitsu black belt. Not that you would even need to be a black, but like, he's like, dude, it's because the guy he had his hands in his pocket. And so he was, he's holding his hands and then dropping elbows on the guy over and over. And he literally couldn't knock the guy out. And like, he's like, he ended up going into the Glover to Sheriff fight with 2 broken hands. And he broke on this guy's face. The guy ends up going into jail and they let him out 48 hours later. And the guy's just like it never happened, aside from the most hellacious ass whipping that anybody's ever taken.
Also, what bad luck. That's the house you decide to break into. Dude. Anthony Smith's house. Yeah. You're like, oh, a heavy, like a middle or heavyweight UFC fighter. You're like, dude. Oh, that was a bad luck choice.
And when imagine when that fucking door opens, like you're in someone else's house and you're like, I hope they don't wake up. The door opens and you're like, I hope it's a woman, and it's fucking Anthony Smith, dude.
And you're like, I recognize that guy. That's not good. You see the cauliflower ears and you're like, that guy's gigantic. This is bad.
Yeah. He's
did you guys see when Strickland had some dude that was running from the cops run up in between his cars, and Strickland saw it on his home surveillance, and the dude's like hiding out between his cars, and Strickland just comes out with the gun, just like, Strickland is bloodthirsty, bro. He is dying to smoke somebody legally, dude. Oh yeah, he wants to kill everybody he possibly can, dog.
Yeah, he's that's the thing. When he was on Rogan, it's like interesting because he was like, come on, Joe. He's like, come on, you want to shoot and kill someone, and Rogan's like, no, I don't. And he's like, come on, Joe, like, come on. And then he told this story. He told a story about when he's like, so when I was 19, right? He's like, I was in this chick's house, and he's like, and I was just being stupid, and I started like punching holes in their wall. And like her boyfriend came downstairs with a shotgun, and he's like, and I thought, I got in a fight with him, and I took the gun from him. He's like, and I put the gun right to his head, and like right when I was about to pull the trigger, she grabbed my shoulder and was like, Sean, don't do it. And he's like, and I was like, oh, And he like looked at Rogan, and I remember I'm like, he's looking for like praise for this fucking story about how he broke down broke down the walls and then was gonna fucking murder a guy who came down to tell him to leave. And Rogan just like looked at him like, he's like, but you're glad you didn't do it, right? Like if you go watch that clip, I was like, damn, dude, this fucking guy is he's like a 13-year-old. He's like a 13-year-old juvenile delinquent in a grown-up's body.
I just saw a good comment. Somebody said, does Oregon have mutual combat laws? Yes, we do. And I know that because, and you probably know, we'll talk about the name later, JD. One of my buddies who's gigantic and was in combatives forever. We were at a local bar, Taylor's, JD. And the Oregon football team was there, and he gets in a spat with the entire Oregon football team by himself, and like 8 dudes come outside, and he decides to fight the tight end who was he? He ended up, I'm not going to use names, but he was in the NFL, and they went outside, and he was like, all right, yeah, let's fucking do it, bro. And the cops showed up, and he turned at him, and he's like, hey, mutual combat. And the Oregon football player was like, what? And he's like, we can do mutual combat. And the cops were like, put their hands like this. And the guy, the football player, I almost said his name, was like, yeah, all right. And then it was like a 6-second fight, dude. He literally knocked him out in front of Taylor's, JD, in front of Donnie and everybody and the cops, like right in the street in front of the cops. And the cops immediately, when he hit the ground, were like, okay, mutual combat over. But yeah, man.
Dude, what happens in a situation like that where you get mutual combat, and if you stretch a guy like that and he hits his head on the pavement and dies, you're like, the cops said we could do this. Like could you still take a manslaughter charge, you think?
Here's the thing: is that Oregon doesn't have mutual combat laws. Those cops were just cool. Washington and Texas are the only states that have mutual combat laws.
No. That's not true.
Stand your ground, I think.
That's not true. Mutual combat, JD, we do. It's under ORS 161-215.
Dude, isn't that, it was Washington when you remember that guy that was out in like a Superman costume? It's an old school ass video. But JD, there's nuance to it. I think it's not legally justifiable, but it does fall under a code. So the cops, I think, probably have some leeway. Bro, they were probably looking at those two, and they're like, "There's no way I'm going to get between this. Let's fucking watch this shit." Because my buddy was 6'4", 250, and the dude he was fighting was 6'6", 270. So yeah,
dude. I mean. Officially there is no mutual combat law. Washington has it. You said he's a tight end. Okay, Oregon tight end that's 6'6", 270. I can back into that, dude.
What chat GPT are you using? Because I just pulled it up in 5.0 and it says, yes, in Oregon, the concept of mutual combat where two people agree to fight without legal consequence is not legally recognized. Okay, so no, they don't have it. You're right. The cops were just cool as shit.
Dude, it's lucky your boy didn't fucking starchily die, dude.
That story, because the cops literally let them fight in front of them in the street, and they didn't do shit.
Understand that a lot of cops are just legitimately fucking cool people. I've been
Florida. I'd let that shit happen, dude.
Florida doesn't have mutual combat laws either.
Go at it, boys. That's crazy.
Florida doesn't have mutual combat laws either, but I was outside of this bar, Froggy's in Daytona Beach, and I was fist fighting this biker dude, and the cops rolled their window down, and they were like, "You guys good?" And we were both like, "Yeah." And they're like, "All right, carry on," and just slowly drove away. And I'm like, "Hey, bro, you done?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm done." I'm like, "All right, cool." So, I mean, some cops are legitimately cool. They're just like, that's what men do. But Texas and Washington have legitimate mutual combat laws where you could be like, "Sir, I challenge you to fisticuffs," and the other
challenge you to a duel.
Yeah. Put up your hands, you fucking swarthy fucking scallywag, and you can get it legally.
At Chico, in Chico in Northern California, where I went to call the cops, they would if you were hoping that the cops were gonna fucking protect you, they weren't. They were there to watch, dude. That's it. Dropped Rocket says, figure Jesse on Fire needed a chat too, y'all. The dudes,
right.
These
sorry, gotta interrupt because I got a jet. Brent just called me, said get over to a stream. 13
rock
minutes,
and roll,
and
dude.
once you guys are done, everybody in the chat, Tier 1 podcast, come over, jump in. All right.
Yeah.
Good one.
All right, brother. Yeah, we'll do it again soon.
Later, brother.
Hey, just fucking 5,000 people leave right now. There's Joe Saunders, thank you for the super chat, dude. Why would the city, Seattle, surrender the part of the city to a group that doesn't play by the rules? That George Soros DA, dude, because they can. Because they fucking can.
Right there.
Semper says,
that's exactly it.
Yeah, I can't say what I want to say about Kash Patel because I will receive an uncomfortable cavity search by the FBI. I mean,
that's facts. That's facts.
If that's an accurate cartoon photo of you, I mean, they probably try to make it as comfortable as possible. I'm not sure how I feel about that joke after it came out of my mouth. This is you, JD.
High Speed Chase, not an insult to you guys talking about Kash Patel and crew. Oh, I know, bro. I know. Yeah. And then we got William. What is up, William? William said, evening, everyone. Here's something for you. Favorite cans of Jitter Juice. Hope y'all are having a good day. Thank you so much, my bro. I've already been through 3 on this stream.
Mark says, Trump pays Kash Patel to lie for him and government. I mean, listen, the idea that like Kash Patel is going on fucking Rogan to be all the Epstein files aren't real and Trump is like not involved in that seems like incredibly unlikely to be. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that there was a point at which Kash really thought he was going to make a difference. And then he got in and you could immediately tell his entire demeanor changed. And he hides it a little bit better than Bongino. You could see Bongino, like his when he came out to talk about the Epstein files, that motherfucker looked terrified.
He did not want to be there.
That was not him, bro. He was there, and like I think it was made very clear to him, both of them, what was going to happen to them if they pushed too hard on that shit.
Yeah, I totally agree. And like I was saying this I think I was actually on the phone with I was on the phone with Nate earlier. I don't know, but I was saying I'm like I trust Bongino. Like Bongino, I fucking trust. You know, he's like he's just. I don't know. I mean, he's just probably like what's he gonna do? Like if they get a directive, he has to kind of go with it, I would assume. But
let me ask you a question, Jesse. You would love to see the Epstein files be released, correct?
Of course.
So you get in a position where you have some say to be able to possibly leak that information against the government's will, but they make it clear to you, either them or another government that is real. Make it clear to you they're going to kill your whole family. They're going to end your bloodline.
I'm not putting my family at risk for any reason. I think that it's also because I have considered that option for them for sure. I thought that through. I'm like, maybe they just were like, we'll fucking kill. But I think it also might just be that like the investigations themselves, like people, I think people like visualize that there's some file that like, it's like, Bill Gates with a 12-year-old at the whatever, or, you know, we got this guy who did whatever. Like there's just like some file. I think that what is equally likely is the actual evidence is over there. You know what I mean? And like, it's all been just covered up and buried since then. So there's like not exactly like a file. And, you know, they come in and they're looking around for, because remember, like the way this all unfolded in terms of like the timeline is so bizarre. They did that stupid thing with the binders and they're like, here's a bunch of information that everyone on Reddit has known for 3 fucking years. Everyone's like, all right, like, cool, you know, and they called it phase 1. You know what I mean? Like they called it phase 1, right?
Yeah.
Then they're like, then they say that, oh, you know, we just discovered 10,000 hours of videos of Epstein and kids. And we have all these agents that are reviewing it so that they could, you know, whatever, it's taking thousands of hours. And then they're like, oh, never mind. It turned out that was actually just dark web kitty corn. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then they're like, everybody needs to stop talking about the Epstein files. And you're like, we're talking about it because you said you were going to fucking do it. You know what I mean?
The most incriminating evidence that we've actually received on Trump and the Epstein files has been the way that he has dealt with it, his demeanor, his language surrounding it. Like, if you've ever seen somebody who is guilty talking about something, I'm sorry, the dude just screams like guilty or he knows more than he's putting on. And, you know, it might be a similar thing to what my suspicion with Bongino and Kash Patel is. It might be that, you know, he was approached with, we're going to end your entire bloodline if you don't relent on this shit. But we do know that he was in there on some level as far as being on the flight logs and everything. But it makes you look more guilty when you're like, if you want to know about elite pedophiles raping kids, then that means you're weak-minded and dumb, and I don't want your support. Like that's a crazy statement. Yeah, that's crazy as a statement. That makes you look guilty. Like, come out and have some sort of transparency and integrity with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like with him though, my read on him though is like the shit that got thrown at that guy between 2016 and 2025 is such a gigantic sample size that I feel confident saying Trump will never take a backward step ever, no matter what. Like if someone is like, fuck you, he's like, fuck you. Like I can't visualize a world where they're like, did you know that we have this? Did you know, oh, we'll kill your family, whatever. Like the only thing that makes sense to me is he's compromised in the opposite direction. And I think that Gaza rebuild, the $50 billion Gaza rebuild that Jared Kushner is openly in charge of with the Saudis and Israel, who do you think Jared is actually negotiating for? Like, who do you think is going to get that contract? It's a $50 billion contract to begin with. And then Peter Thiel and Elon are in on it. It's like that. I think that's what it is. I think Trump absolutely is compromised on it because he's doing this. It's going to turn them into the Rockefellers. And I think that he's compromised because Israel holds the keys to that deal. Israel's the one who has the Epstein files, and they're like, shut it down. And he's doing it for that reason, just because I just don't think he would fold to anyone for any reason. It's like a personality like defect of his. You know what I mean?
Well, Israel clearly has the Epstein files because Israel were the ones who were, before that bust in Florida where Epstein wrote and we have the paperwork for his deal with the FBI for continued cooperation and unnamed people getting immunity for anything that happened in that situation, which is crazy and unprecedented as far as I know, for just unnamed people to get blanket immunity on a situation. Before that, he was clearly a 100% Mossad agent, bro. Like, look at who Ghislaine Maxwell is. Look at who her
100%.
father was. Yep. She's not some fucking secretary who he used because she's a woman to lure women in. She can pilot helicopters, airplanes, and fucking submarines, dog. She's an agent. And so, just taking that into context, we know that we're not the only ones who have Epstein files. And maybe our Epstein files are very limited compared to what another country has.
Sure. Dude, did you hear the leaked interrogation tape? Or I guess they called it a meeting when she took the meeting from prison and then they moved her to the, where like she agreed to talk to the prosecutors, like literally you're talking like within the last 6 months, and they went and talked to her when they were doing like and then they moved her to a minimum security after she spoke to prosecutors or whatever. There was like a 10-minute tape of like recording of that interaction that got leaked. And I listened to it and it's unbelievable. It's like the most crystal clear thing that comes through in that recording is that Ghislaine Maxwell is 50 times smarter than the fucking guy who is trying to interrogate her. Like she's just like she's completely lying through her teeth about every part of it, about how, oh no, there were no cameras in the house. There's no whatever. There's no traffic. But just in the way that the questions and answers were coming, I'm like, this guy's so out of his league with her. She is not only are they agents, but her and Epstein are probably at least in the conversations, for two of the most successful foreign agents in history. Like they operated for 30 years, putting themselves in, you know what I mean? Like think of all the people that they compromised. It's like, she's not just an agent. She's like a brilliant agent.
She was trained for those types of interrogations.
Yeah.
She was trained for that type of an exact type of a situation. She was trained to be able to pilot a submarine. How many people do you know that can legitimately pilot submarines, dog? I can count on zero fucking fingers how many people I know that are out there that can pilot a submarine, much less a submarine, a helicopter, an airplane, a dildo. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy work. And she's definitely trained in how to dodge interrogations. Like it's 100% an agent, bro.
And like when they were talking about her getting her sentence commuted, which I expect to happen when Trump's about to be out of office, I think he's going to commute her sentence or pardon her. And when they were talking about that and people were like, well, dude, like she can be the one that exposed all these guys. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, do you understand what she did in this story? Like, do you actually understand what her fucking role was? She is at least equivalent to Epstein. Like what her role was to recruit young, innocent girls and make them feel comfortable while she lied to them and then fed them to the PDF file in the next room. She's a monster. Like so you can't, there's no fucking conversation here. Like you can't stand for protecting kids and have any conversation about her being out. Like you want information from her, here's exactly how that question goes. You go in there, you start asking your questions and be like, hey, do you think that you would like fucking Supermax better or worse than where you are now? You like the idea of fucking solitary confinement for the rest of your fucking life? Give it, you know what I mean? It's like you can give them threats or you can give them incentives. Why does she deserve an incentive? Threaten her with something she doesn't want and get that. And you know what I mean?
Well, I feel like she still has a lot of leverage. And here's the thing. I know enough from doing crime to know when somebody is a duck. So if you're doing when I was doing heavy fraud stuff, I'm not going to be seen on camera cashing a check. I'm not going to be seen on camera swiping the credit card with the fake ID and all that, because I know facial recognition exists and all of that. So it makes sense to me that they would pick somebody who was ostensibly not that smart, or he wasn't rich, he wasn't smart, he was ostensibly a nobody. They built him, they funded him, they made him, and then they used him as a public face, while somebody who was actually trained and intelligent and had the whole playbook was behind the scenes puppeteering him, bro. He was a duck, he was a puppet.
Yeah, I mean, he had to be good at what he did to successfully rope all these people in over the amount of years. You know, I mean, like, I don't know what to make of it. I mean, the story that Weinstein told. Have you ever heard? Brett Weinstein's brother. Oh my God, what's his name? I don't know. The other Weinstein brother. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, whatever. He was. He actually went to Epstein's house under the auspices of discussing his theory on physics, and he told this story, and it's wild. Like, I won't retell it because I will monopolize a bunch of time, but I'll send it to you afterwards. It's crazy, dude. Like, really, really crazy. Let's move on. We got a million of these things to catch up on. Mike Zero again. This one's yours, my dude.
The toughest man I ever met was Nick Lavery in Afghanistan. I looked up to him. I considered him a superhuman. Bro, we have some of the most incredible heroes in this country, and I feel so bad for the way that we systematically break our deal and contract with them when they get back here. It really bothers me to my utter core that we don't do better for our veterans, man.
Yeah, I agree. There's a charity that one of my really good buddies is he's on the board of, and he's a Marine himself, and it's called the We Defy charity. I went to their gala or whatever a couple weeks ago, and it's for soldiers who suffer with PTSD, suicidal, all that stuff, and they fund their jiu-jitsu journey. And it's great. The guys that came there and had actually gone through the pro, like their stories were like heavy, you know what I mean? It's I just think humans they're not supposed to see certain types of things. And it's like, you have to do something to address that stuff. And, it's just the right thing to do for there to be programs and government and all that to like take care of people who have made sacrifice like that, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
And it would be really easy to train them in peer support the same way that we do for people with substance use disorder and mental health issues. And, these are all aspects in which they need peer support, but they need it from people who've been through the same shit as them, because those are the people who they're going to be able to relate to, and they're going to have that lived experience, and it's going to be the most effective. Redacted said, I have a tough time separating leftist from liberal. I 100% get that, bro. I 100% get that. It looks like a lot of the same to me.
I think that the reason for that is just because Trump has been in the public conversation for so long, and they've done such a good job of demonizing him to the point where, like, if you're a Democrat, you despise him. Like, I don't know very many Democrats that are like kind of middle of the road on Trump. You know what I mean? And so so they kind of sound the same is what I would say. This is yours.
Flarp Top. Hey, JD, I graduated basic training. I'm a U.S. Army soldier, homie. Thank you so much for your service and your sacrifice for this country and for the people of this country and for defending our Constitution. I absolutely love you, man. You are a hero, and you are exactly the person I was talking about, bro. You and all of your brothers and sisters, man, we can't do enough for you with what you have given for our freedoms and for our country. I love you.
I cannot say it better than that. I will just double down on everything that JD just said, and congratulations, dude. Roger says, I voted for D's nuts.
Yeah.
Mary Bostwick, thank you very much. She says, I have something to show you on Kozak. Is Kozak related to the mass shooter David Kozak, who did the mass shooting from Charles University in Prague, Czech Republic? I don't know the answer to that. However, I said on my stream the other night that I would give Hunter Kozak $20,000 to take a lie detector test. And, if I would have really been thinking about it, I would have offered 10, but I mean, I'll do the 20. So Project Constitution on X, my buddy posted that clip and tagged Hunter in it. And Hunter said, Hunter Kozak responded, and he's like, of course I would do that for $20,000. Like, I don't think that anything that happens is going to convince the conspiracy theorists, but yeah, for $20,000, I'll do the lie detector. And I responded to it, and I was like, I will escrow the money in advance, so there's no question as to whether or not you get paid. Like, it's what. And he was supposed to reach out to, and he went dead. He went dark. 20 fucking grand, dark so far. And I will pay. Like, believe me. Like, there's a bunch of people commenting. They're like, like Jesse on Fire has $20,000. Like, Google how much this watch costs. Okay, like the $20,000. I will fucking pay that money to that kid, dude. Like, if he takes it. Here the guidelines will be very simple. Drug test, and I don't care if he smokes weed, stuff like that. No drugs that could help him juke a test. Does the polygraph, and period. I'll escrow it. They will pay him $20K. Absolutely, 100%. Or honestly, oh my God, that was going to be a terrible thing I was going to say. But yeah, that. And I also, when I responded to him, I'm like, if you pass this test, apologize to you, like, man to man, eye to eye. I'll apologize, and I will apologize to you on every single platform that I have, and I will feel extraordinarily stupid for having even floated it. Like, if I'm convinced that he's innocent, I'll feel like an idiot. Like, but I have no problem in not, like, admitting when I'm wrong. But he went dark after finding out there's a real $20,000 on a polygraph. So that's the update on.
For the public record, if anybody wants me to do a polygraph on literally anything and they want to pay me 20 grand for it, I am in there like Italian swim there, bro. 20 grand, I will go and I will do it.
Yeah. Jasmine Rose, thank you very much. She said we need to learn how to agree and disagree again. Love you all. I totally agree with this. And it's amazing to me how much I think we actually agree on things where people consider themselves like mortal adversaries. And yet, if you actually start talking through the policies and things like that, it's like, no, I agree with that. And they're like, oh, you do? It's like, yeah. And I think so much of the current political climate is just cult of personality stuff, much more than it is about governance. And a lot of the time, it's just about like what spin is being put on the stories that you're looking at. You agree with that, JD?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Somebody asked if it's easy to beat a polygraph. The thing that I heard, and I have not verified this or even taken the time to Google it because I'm terrified of what images might come up, but I've heard that if you wear a butt plug, clench your sphincter around it and focus on the feeling of your butt plug while you're answering questions, that it will mess up the polygraph, but you have to do it the entire time because it puts you in a state of somewhat elevated distress.
So yeah, I've always thought about that, if there's a way to like set your baseline based on something that would supersede your anxiety of telling, because that's what it really tests for, is like anxiety, right? So like, I mean, I know for sure I can raise my blood pressure on purpose. You know what I mean? So I figure there's probably something you could do and just set your baseline as like, but whatever. Hey Hunter, if you do it, don't do that though. Like, just, take it for real. Turd Ferguson
yeah. What up? Roast Pritzker, wood chipper. Love you, Turd. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah. MTG, what's up, my dude? Look at this effing crew. JD, Nate, love you both. Unsubscribe. Jesse, legend. What's up, dude? Now we got Crazonis. Hey, JD, fuck that chicken and wood chipper. Keep up the work.
I fucking hate that chicken, bro. There's an Antifa chicken that I beef with, because as soon as I walked up, immediately the Antifa chicken, he's wearing a chicken onesie pajamas with an upside down American flag as a cape, and he was immediately calling me a Fed, a Proud Boy, a white supremacist, a Yahtzee, a fascist, and we got to swarm him back, which was fun. I got to say everything I wanted to this close to his face, so that was good.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just, I don't think I've ever yelled or like screamed in a person's face that was this close to me and then like not gotten in a fight with them. You know what I mean?
I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I have.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not very good at controlling myself when people scream like, you know, I don't know. Like I just try to, I'm saying this as a compliment. Like the fact that you go down there and people are yelling at you and you avoid like getting in fights is impressive.
Bro, these cats have 911 on speed dial, and I know that, bro. Like,
yeah.
It don't got to be an ego thing for me or anything like that. You know, it triggers my PTSD for sure. But, like, I know 100% what their move is going to be. They're going to go, fuck these cops. I need the cops. And then they're going to be like, JD hit me. JD, I need the pinky because JD broke my jaw. You know, they're going to be in the hospital filing a report against
Have you ever gotten pepper sprayed?
Oh, yeah, dog.
I was going to say, because I feel like I'd get pepper sprayed down there too.
Oh yeah, no, they love to pepper spray people. I didn't get pepper sprayed down there. I got but I got like hit with the pepper spray paintballs spray that DHS was shooting down, and you know, it wasn't that bad. It kind of cleared out my sinuses. I have seasonal allergies anyway, so it was straight.
Nice, dude. This one's you. I was in Portland last weekend. Oh yeah, go ahead. That's yours.
Gazunda Hilt said, I was in Portland last weekend. The last thing I said to you before I left was I love you. I watch your channel even though we don't always agree. If you remember me, please don't out me. Yo, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm not going to out you. We don't have to agree on anything to love and respect each other. That's the thing with me. I know that I'm wrong a lot of the time. I know that I have bad takes, and I'm constantly trying to educate myself and learn and be able to, you know, grow as a human being. And a lot of the times, maybe I'm right, you're wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, you're right, but we can always love and appreciate each other on a human level, especially as Americans, man. I love you.
I love that your channel has blown up because you are a fucking ball of interesting positivity, my dude. But
bro, I'm blessed to be here every single day. Dude, we have thousands of people hanging out with us on a Thursday night, bro, just kicking it. Like I am just so I am humbled and I am honored that I'm in the position that I am today. And it is such a blessing, and I try to live up to my blessings, bro. That's all.
Same. I wake up. I am literally living in a constant state of gratitude in my current environment. But like when someone tells me that they love the channel and we don't always agree, but that's like the biggest compliment that someone could give me. Either that or they tell me that they laughed at one of my jokes and they timestamped the joke. Those are my two favorites, dude. Those are my two favorites. Peso, what's up, dog? How are you, sir? Three guys, me and Peso have hung out in real life. The three guys that have been taking up a chunk of my weekly screen time all at once. Truth Warriors did. Yeah, what's up, man? I have no idea like what time you super chatted that, but I apologize for the delay, dude. King Joker, what's up, man? Joker. You guys are the best. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, sir. If that's your real tattoo, that's fucking gangster. That looks like that probably hurt around the trap. The traps, oh my God. This is one of the most brutal spots ever. Like, because I got this done a long time ago. And so like I had this false sense of this is not going to hurt based on this part of my chest. And that like, so when I was doing my traps, I'm like, oh, this won't be bad. Huge fucking block letters. Shit hurts so bad. And then the sternum, exact same thing. I was like, oh, this won't hurt because this didn't hurt. Worst. I think this and this were probably the most painful places that I got tattooed. What do you think?
Yeah. So for me, bro, like the throat, I really hated the skull, and the fucking belly button was really incredibly bad, bro. My chest hurt more than my back, and I've heard a lot of people say the exact opposite. But I got my back piece done in like 4 sessions for my whole entire back.
Do you watch the needle? Do you look at the needle?
Nah, dude, I like zone out. I focus. I try to like woo-saw and put myself somewhere else when it's a hard tattoo. When I was getting my Biceposaurus Rex cover up the other day, you know, that's not a hard place. It was over scar tissue, but you know, if it's a nothing place, then, you know, where it doesn't hurt, like the arms or something, I'll look. But you know, the fucking stomach, the belly button, bro, I feel like I left my body when he was in my belly button grinding out inside that bitch, bro.
I can imagine that. What about ribs?
The ribs hurt less than I was expecting, but they suck dick for gas money, and they don't even drive, bro. I didn't like it.
Yeah. I think it also comes down to like how you go into it too. Cause I always expected the inside of my arms to be fucking horrific. And like when I got this, I was expecting to be the worst shit ever. And I was like, okay, that wasn't that bad. And then when I did this one, like I went into it overconfident because I was like, oh, that shit wasn't even bad. And it fucking hurt like hell. So I think it's like a lot of it's mental, dude.
And I don't know if it's that I'm older now, so it hurts more, or that I was less mentally adjusted. But since I've like come to terms with like I'm at peace, I like my life, and I'm old as shit, tattoos hurt a lot more now.
Yeah, they hurt a lot more now because I don't take fucking opioids when I do it too.
Yeah, this is my family right here. Smiling Wolfette, this big red one vet wife was fist pumping the air when Nate let Stolen Valor have it. Jesse needs to see it. So I don't know if you saw the clip. It's not
send it
abundantly available. I'll send it to you. But there's a dude down there who was claiming Stolen Valor. Literally had a Etsy leather jacket, a Top Gun Halloween costume with all these patches that don't make sense. And I like specifically one of my things really wanting Nate to come out for was to dissect this motherfucker, and he did it well.
Yeah, I understand. I can't understand like the kind of person who would do that. You know what I mean? Like it's like like what's a good example? It's like so like I have a Louis Vuitton sling bag and then I have like two that are fake, right? And like I don't give a fuck. I'll just tell somebody, I'm like, yeah, this one's fake. You know what I mean? Like, and it's the same with like, and like with a watch, right? Like I have like this watch is real. I have a couple I have like 3 watches that are like nice watches that are real, and then I have a few that are not real. And it's like, but if someone was like, damn, that's a nice watch, and it's one of the fake ones, I would just be like, oh, it's a rep, dude. Like I can't even take like a fucking compliment on a watch if it's not, you know what I mean? Like to like build a public persona based on lies is fucking insane to me. Like I can't even like wrap my brain around that at all.
All my chains are fake. I know I have big chunky chains, but I tell everybody every time anybody asks, yo, how much that chain cost, bro? Like $80. Like fucking Amazon or TikTok shop. This is my only real piece of jewelry like that is expensive. And it was a gift. And it's black diamonds, and it means a lot to me because it was a gift from a very dear friend, man.
Yeah. Yeah. The first really nice watch I got was a gift for my 40th birthday from my father. And
nice.
Yeah. Evelyn C. Band, thank you. Enjoy the members only. See, dude, JD, I told you to look her.
Yeah.
Told you. Pixel Shooter says, so what are the reflectors up there then? Oh man, that's this. I have no idea what this is reference to. I apologize,
lost.
Dude.
I'm lost, brother.
Yeah. Please share why Paramount Tactical is suspended. Fuck, that's probably for Nate. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unfortunately.
Unwanted Ghost.
Why do they want Charlie Kirk dead? Because they have convinced themselves that anybody that disagrees with them in any way, shape, or form is a Nazi, a fascist, a white supremacist, a racist, and they want them dead. Not only do they want them dead, they want their kids dead, which is pretty evident in the death threats that Benny Johnson got, where they said, they were threatening his kids as well, saying little fascists deserve to get it too. These are people who cannot handle anyone disagreeing with them, so they want to justify violence by branding them as things that are as bad as they can possibly think of. It's like if I went out and you say you had a different political view than me, so I called you a pedophile and said you deserve the wood chipper. Exactly. It's disingenuous. It's demonizing somebody over something that's really not deep, bro. It's really not that fucking deep. But these people are so indoctrinated and they're so itching for violence and the eradication of anyone who disagrees with them. And the reason that is because their belief system is built on insecurity, because it's not based in reality. It's built on sand. So anybody who even questions it, not even like debunks it, but people who question their political beliefs, it feels like violence to them. Not only do words feel like violence to them, silence feels like violence to them. They have all of these catchphrases that they use to demonize you. It's a lot of these retards that have GI Robot as their profile picture on social media. They just are following an empty cause and it's so empty, but they're so deeply indoctrinated that if you question it, it feels like you're personally attacking them. Instead of being able to agree to disagree, they want to brand you as something that you're not and justify your demise.
Yeah, and if you, I mean, that's such a good take, and it also, I always try to think about, like, I always try to put myself in other people's positions to, like, you know, just at least if you default to like, oh, that person's evil, then you're just going to miss the point. And think about it like this. Okay. So that guy that just got stabbed to death in the UK in prison, that was the guy who was that big rock star. And it was one of the most like unbelievably horrific cases of, kitty diddling of all time. And he got stabbed to death finally.
Watkins.
Exactly. And everyone's like, fuck that guy. Right. I thought that anybody with a brain says good. Right. Well, that's why, is because they literally have been convinced that the Trump movement, MAGA people, are equivalent to that guy. It's based on to me, a person who can be convinced of that like a person who just voted for the other candidate, and I can't respect the intelligence of a person like that, because to me, if I were still over there and someone was talking to me about how they wish that these people were dead, I would just be like, hang on a second, dude. Like, there's like 70 million of them. That's not like, that doesn't even make sense. That's what would wake me up, is that people were talking like that, because it's like, of course, but that is exactly why they literally believe that Charlie Kirk, and in his case, it's based on outright lies. AOC went on the congressional floor, and after Charlie was dead, said this exactly. She said, "We need to remember who this man was." Charlie Kirk publicly stated that he believed that the Civil Rights Act was a mistake, the same act that gave Black Americans the right to vote. All of the things that she said were true, and simultaneously, absolutely intentionally misleading people to make them believe that what he had said was that Black people shouldn't be allowed to vote. What he actually said was that the Civil Rights Act was being implemented incorrectly in certain types of cases having to do with whatever. He absolutely never in any capacity said that Blacks shouldn't have the right to vote. The exact opposite. But that's an intentional lie that she told on the congressional floor, which then becomes fact that I saw all over social media. You know, Charlie Kirk thought Black Americans shouldn't vote. Like, what would you think of someone who actually stood on that platform? You'd be like, that guy's a fucking idiot. But they just lie about him and make it up. And then everyone believes it. And then now their fucking Halloween costume is Charlie Kirk shot in the neck. And then they're like, that's why, like, I can't go to a Halloween party with a bunch of them. I'll beat the fuck out of those people, dude. Like, I can't do it. Like, I'll fuck you up, dude. If you just like dead Charlie Kirk, I'm going to fucking hurt you, dude. Like, bottom line, even if I'm out with my kids and I see a fucking dead Charlie Kirk tomorrow night, I'm going to fuck that person up. If it's a man who is a grown up, like, I'm going to fuck him up. I promise you that.
Well, and anyway. Like, I'd like to say on the convex that, you know, I'm not going to fuck anybody up for it. I'm going to find it distasteful. I'm going to distance myself from that person, and anything that person said is going to be permanently devalidated for me. But I'll say this on the flip side. Wasn't there a congresswoman and her husband that were shot, that were Democratic, just recently? I would feel the same way if they wore a Halloween costume. In
Minnesota? You mean the state?
Yes, in Minnesota.
Yeah. There was 4 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I would feel the same exact way.
Me too.
Regardless of what side they're on. I would be like, you are a tasteless, crass, disgusting human being who values your political fucking indoctrination over human sympathy and humanity and kindness, and I detest you, and I don't want you anywhere the fuck around me. I wouldn't be violent towards them, but I know that there are people who are going to be violent towards the people dressed up as Charlie Kirk for Halloween. I'm just telling you right now, I'm going to be making some I told you so videos, because motherfuckers are stupid.
No, I say this every time. I just want to reiterate, like, I'm not encouraging anyone to fight anyone, and I definitely will never, ever be down with any kind of like political violence that is like deadly, that actually matters ever. And in reality, I would probably just humiliate the person in a way where doesn't matter. No one's going to fucking do it anyway, because there's no grown-ups in Texas that are going to fucking do that, because they're not monsters.
They're in blue states, bro. They're in blue states, dog.
Yeah. Water Everson, thank you very much, good sir. Wood Chipper Cruz in the fucking house. Yeah. Mike Zero again. JD, could you dress up as Wes Watson for Halloween tomorrow? If you do, You may have to talk with a lisp. I got a Wes Watson story for you guys after that. And one, like, go ahead. Yeah.
So I don't know. I would have to get knee pads because I'm too tall for being a Wes Watson. But you know, it's something I could do if I could get a bald cap and just write on it with a Sharpie so it looks like absolute shit tattoos. That might be a thing. But dude, I'm going to tell you this right now. For Halloween, me and my wife's daughter wanted me and her mom to all wear matching costumes, and she's 13 years old, and I value that over anything else in the world. She wanted to be an eagle with wings that are American flag patterned wings, and she's like, well, you guys, is it weird if I ask you guys to match me? And I'm like, no, we're doing it. No. We're doing it because at 13 years old, if our daughter thinks that we're cool enough to match with her to do twinsies shit, I'm going to do that every single time. I'll do that till she's 58 years old, dog.
My whole family's being skeletons. All five of us are being skeletons. Yeah. Yeah, but so here, Wes. Okay, so I know some people who have watched my stuff on Wes Watson know that one of my wife's best friends was Wes Watson's girlfriend before he went to jail the first time. Like he lived with her, so like I know his fucking background, and he. I probably shouldn't fucking tell this, but I'm going to anyway because it's so absurd. He fucking DM'd her a video of himself, and he's like, "Hey, girl," he's like, "These people are fucking questioning me, how much weight was I moving back then, girl? Like, how much weight was I moving?" And she just responded with I don't know. She didn't respond. And then she told me about it. She's like, so this fucking dude is so worried about what people on the internet are saying about him that he tried to get his girlfriend. They 18 years ago, dude, literally 18 years ago. He's trying to get her to respond affirmative to him saying, how many, tell me this, dude, wasn't I pushing a ton of drugs? You're like, dude, aren't you facing sentencing in a case right now? Why would people's opinion of you be and how would that be a good thing? You know what I mean? How is that a positive?
Here's my take as a convict, probably the biggest prison creator on YouTube. If you have that ideology and that mindset and you are still locked into the convict mentality, you are going to manifest yourself right back into prison, which is what we're seeing with Wes Watson right now. He is clearly in relapse, full-blown relapse. He's facing charges that are absolutely going to send him to prison. And you know, it's sad because when he first started, he was talking about some real shit and he was trying to guide people away from that. But he's made an abrupt 180 to being a scam artist, a wretched human being, somebody who I wouldn't want anybody to follow. And it sucks because he got people hooked in when he was actually on some legitimate shit. Now, his lies that he was telling, his stories, I could debunk his lies and his stories that he told all day. He's telling other people's stories, and you know, that is what it is. At least he was mixing in some knowledge that would help people not go back to prison. You know, he used to take this stance on alcohol, straight up saying that, you know, alcohol provides no positives, no benefits. It deadens you to being able to be connected to anything outside of yourself. He was kicking some real ass shit, and now he's just in the clubs on meth, drinking and probably fucking Jack Doherty up the ass, bro. It's super weird. It's creepy. And he's 100% going back to prison, but he made that bed for himself. He let money turn him out. Money
and ego.
Money and ego turned him out like they were his pimp, bro.
Dude,
it's sad.
I will give him props on one thing that I heard him say recently that was where I was like, fuck, it's the most profound thing I've actually ever heard him say. And I don't watch his stuff, but I just was watching something random. And he said that you have every person has a direct line to God speaking to them at all times. That's your conscience. Your conscience is God speaking to you. And I was like, fuck. Well, I don't know. That rattled my cage, dude. I was like,
here's what I know as an addict. The reason that became a career criminal was because I numbed myself to a point where I couldn't have that connection anymore. And I justified things to facilitate my addiction to the point where my conscience stopped speaking to me, because you have to respect and hone that connection. And getting that back was one of the hardest things that I had to do. And I know that like I have that so in tuned at this point, and my ability to tell right from wrong and my connection with God. I actually got hit by a car while I was on a motorized skateboard in early recovery, and I had to go to the hospital, and they had to give me morphine because I was in such distress, and I kept screaming at them, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And as soon as that morphine hit my system, I felt that warm feeling wash over my body, and immediately, like that connection, it's like it hung up the phone on the other end. So I know for myself, and this may not be true for everybody else, but as far as me, that connection goes away as soon as I start to numb myself out. And I feel like he has crossed way over the border in that.
Yeah, I've always said, like the way I've always described that is like, whenever I would kick, as soon as it was over, I would be like, fuck, like that it turns my light off. Is like, it's like, all like my light's back on. I'm like, how did I let that happen again? And I also feel like, God like will test you, and I like, as a matter of fact, like coming right out of an episode of like addiction, I would always be kind of like confronted with how much more is going on in the world than we see. Like, perfect example, the first time that I ever kicked, I told you about today with the where I went cold, having never done it before, having no idea what I was in for, and I was probably taking, I don't know, 15 to 18 Norcos a day, hell on earth, and what the only way that I could make myself feel better was laying in the shower. And I laid in the shower with water flowing over me so much during those 3-4 days that I had gotten an ear infection in my ear, like just from the water being pounded in there. And so I actually had to go to the doctor, like literally within a day or two after I got like, out of withdrawal. And the fucking doctor offered me pain meds. And I laughed and I was like, nah, I'm good, dude. But it's hilarious because like that did never happen when I was an addict. A fucking doctor offering me fucking Vicodin, like I would have to go in there and badger. And then, like the first time when I just got sober, I go in there and he's like, well, I'm gonna write you some Vicodin. I was like, no, you're not. It's fine, dude. That's one of those. I don't know.
I've been offered stimulant ADHD meds at least half a dozen times by doctors since I've been in recovery. But the first thing I say to my doctor every time I go in is, I am a recovering meth addict. If you offer me any narcotics, you will kill me. I'm allergic to all narcotics. Never give me narcotics. And then within 20 minutes, it's like, oh, so you're ADHD. Do you want some Vyvanse or some Adderall? No, bitch, you're going to kill me. You're going to send me right back out to the streets. We've been on here for 2.5 hours, Jesse. I have to drain the hog. I've drinking 3 Monsters.
Hey, go ahead. Like literally,
can you hold down the fort for just a moment?
Of course, dude. I have so many chats to get to. That's why, but I'll get through some of these while you're gone. If they're, if they're specific for you, we'll come back to them.
I'll be right.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, let's fucking do this. Now we can party, dude. All right, so we got Boo Radley says, should Kash Patel be deported to India? You guys, VFT's the GOAT, dude. I think that he probably would be on an exempt list, but who knows? Captain Sasquatch says, shout from Michigan, Vance 2028. Dude, JD Vance is such a fucking savage, man. That guy I had no idea what to think of him when he when the Trump presidency first started. That guy is such a savage, man. Like that dude is a savage. I love how he's got the same attitude as Trump too, where when those guys, when that chat log leaked and they're like, look at the fucking the college Republicans who said who called them, they said they love Hitler. He was like, his response to that was fucking gold, dude. He's like, cry me a river, pussies. I would be front and center if you guys came to PA. Dude, I am very much hoping that we do that. Evelyn, thank you for the super chat. Miss Roundbelly, come to Florida. Absolutely. JD, chicken is coming for you. Only if JD does a chicken suit. Okay, so round we're talking. That must be when we were talking. Damn, we're that far behind. That's when we were talking about the fucking. Jeez, man. Jay Woodchipper, thank you, sir. Donkey Bunch, playing politics on either side, and you're a casualty to psychological warfare and the global elite used to divide the masses. Absolutely, 100% agree. And it's a tough situation if you know that, because I know that. I know that, but I'm not a perfect person, man. Like people say certain things, and I go from, oh, we should be figuring out a way to get along to like, okay, fuck you. You know what I mean? Fast. Like, I don't know, like as an example, just like if I was going to pick an example randomly, this is look at this. This is This is inside of an Oregon City high school. Fuck the OC cops. F them on 10/20. When I show up with 2 others, all of the guns, like, you will see how these cops and kids die. Like, who are these people, man? And like this woman, like, how are you supposed to find common ground with a person like that? If you guys didn't see that video, like, or here, how about this?
Would you rather Hamas rule America or our current government?
Honestly, that question. Tough one. I don't know. I don't know if I have an answer for that. Honestly, no comment.
Well, I'm gay, and Hamas does not like gay people. That's like a known fact. Okay. So I personally wouldn't want that.
Does our current government like gay people?
I mean, they don't throw them off the tops of buildings or rip their stomachs open.
Could they someday?
Oh my. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is a level.
Our current government? Yeah. What do you guys think?
Possibly.
Would you rather?
Oh my God, bro. Could they at some point throw you off buildings? Like, I don't know. Oops. Oh, wait, hang on. I just said that I lost audio. All right, let's just move on, dude. It is unbelievable. Okay, Donkey Punch says, Donkey Punch, playing politics on either side of your cash. Oh, yeah, I just read that one. Sorry. Hi, Desert. What's up, dude? Says, what's up, good sir? Hope you're, oh, shit. My bad, dude. JD's back, and I'm sitting there just,
hey, that's my buddy, High Desert. What's up, homeboy? How you doing? Big love to
High
you,
Desert
man.
Sauce, dude. Let me,
yeah, dude, no, his hot sauce is fire,
dude.
dog. His hot sauce is fucking fire. Like, some of the best hot sauce I've ever had in my entire life. Everybody should go check out High Desert hot sauce.
What desert is it?
It's the one that gets you high.
I like it, dude. High Desert sauce.
Yes,
nice,
sir.
Man. Thank you, sir. We got anybody have a Canik MC9 Prime? Love, I knew it. I have played with one. I have a Canik. What do you call it? The Terran Tactical. Oh my God, what is it called? Whatever. I have like the Terran Tactical, Canik, and it's amazing. And I'm pretty sure that new MC9 Prime has that same trigger in it, which is it's like the best stock trigger on Earth. Same one. True Earl says, love you guys. I run a gym in South Florida. Come do it for sure.
Yeah.
South Florida.
Maybe when I go out to go watch Wes Watson's trial and sit there smiling at him.
Wait, are you really going to go?
Damn well thinking about it, bro. Damn well thinking about it. Fuck that cuck.
Oh my, dude. You're a magnet for the trouble, man. Like you'll get on a plane for the trouble for sure.
Oh shit, yeah. Dominar said, fuck that chicken. Hell yeah, my brother.
Yeah. 23 Iron Tusk says, Google how many times people have been to the moon. All right. How many times?
How many times have people been to the moon?
In total,
let's see. It says
astronauts have traveled to the moon.
24 during six successful two-man landings.
Walked on the lunar surface,
okay.
6 of whom drove lunar roving vehicles as part of the last 3 missions. 3 men have been to the moon twice, 1 orbited once, and took a circumlunar trajectory the second time, while the other 2 landed once apiece.
Let's play a game. Let's do this real quick. Oops. Oh my God. Why does it do that, dude? Like, why? Just let me. Okay. How many times have humans been to the moon, ChatGPT? Let's see. I've already got my follow-on question ready to go. Okay. How come no other countries can figure out how to get there since 1972? That's a really good question. It's a resource issue, guys. Don't worry about it. Like this holds up to scrutiny for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Bean Out Baby, thank you very much, JD. See, look. Oh, whoops. How did that happen?
That's cool, bro. You're better looking than me. You got this.
Bean Out Baby, building a beautiful tribe. That is true, and you are part of it. Thank you very much, sweetheart. America the GOAT.
America the GOAT.
That's
you watched
yours,
Ken Higby at Texas University yesterday talking about Islam. More so in the beginning, they said Epstein was CIA. Would FBI be able to actually gather information from the CIA? Oh, that's a really good question. All I know is that the paperwork that he signed was actually for the FBI. So I don't know if it was that the paperwork he signed was with the FBI during the Florida case where he got the sweetest deal anybody's ever gotten.
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to go to jail at night and go home during the day. He signed paperwork in cooperation and said he would continue to cooperate with the FBI. And a lot of people, unnamed people, got immunity for unnamed crimes because he did this sweetest deal of all time.
Any of his potential unnamed co-conspirators. That's what Ghislaine Maxwell is trying to see. She's like, what am I doing in jail? I got immunity with that deal.
Yeah. Well, they continued to commit crimes. And, fuck.
JD and Nate, have you seen Jesse's OnlyFans page that Fabia built for him? That's how Jesse met Portnoy. That's too long of a story for me to tell. But listen, if I thought that I could make lots of money doing OnlyFans, I wouldn't do it because it would be a bad example for my kids. But if I didn't have kids, maybe. You know?
Mike Zero Source said, if you're doing a high-speed chase in a motorcycle, make sure to wear your PT belt. Yeah! That'll save you.
I got to tell, man. I got a buddy in the fire academy right now. It sounds gnarly. Kevin Max says, yo, Prince Andrew got his royal title stripped over the Epstein affiliation. There's no list. What an idiot. Well, again, like I've always said, Prince Andrew is how they tried to get the public to shut up. Like they're like, okay, we're caught. We got to give him someone. And they're like, let's give him Prince Andrew. Like Prince Andrew has no power. Like he's a nothing. You know what I mean? Like they just gave him because they were hoping that the public would stop asking about the actual important people that they don't want to expose. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This one's you, JD.
Anna Banana said, I am a GWAT vet myself, nurse, but from the sane ladies in the U.S., we love unapologetically masculine men, and the youth need to see y'all. Sister, thank you so much. You are a hero. Your service and your sacrifice is so loved and so appreciated over here, as are you. Thank you.
Same. And one of my favorite things is those clips of like liberal women when they're all, I mean, listen, I hate these Trumpers, but man, like where did all the masculine men go on our side that'll pull my chair out and that'll, protect me? It's like, I mean, they're over there doing exactly that. Like,
for women that appreciate it and don't treat us like shit.
Yeah. I mean,
my wife is treated like a fucking queen, dog.
Same.
Trust and believe that.
Same. My wife's the biggest fucking savage on earth, man. Chris and Retro, what's up, Chris? How are you, sir? This is my boy. Great live, Jesse. Huge fan of JD and your recovery work at the Alaskan Avenger.
Thank you so much, bro. This is one of my best friends, always and forever, Will. I'll get at you. Hope the fam is good. Your mom is so awesome. Tell her hello. She asks about you every once in a while. She's like, whatever happened to Will? When do you talk to Will? I don't know if you're still in the chat, homie. Big love and respect to you. I hope your mom and your sister and your family are well, brother. It'd be great to talk to you, man. It's been a long time.
And Project Constitution, any update on Hunter Kozak offer? Nope. And I just realized I can see the timestamps on these. We are 90 minutes behind or an hour and 20 minutes. JD, if you run out of time, dude, don't, you know what I mean? It's no big deal, But
here's the thing. I ran out of time, but I don't want to leave anybody who did supers hanging, man.
That's how I'll sit here all night to get
I've got to do, but I don't want to dishonor the people who have given love and support by not getting to their supers. Each and every person deserves that, and better late than never. Dark Matter said, do you
JD,
guys
you're
think...
a fucking stud, dude.
Bro, these are
good fucking people.
Here's the thing. So a lot of people in social media get swept up in the idea of numbers. Yeah. Each and every person who subscribes and becomes a part of the Woodchipper tribe is somebody who heard something that I have to say and they were willing to invest, which is more important than money, because at the end of our life, how much money we have doesn't matter. Yep. How we spent our life and the moments that we spent on different things is what's going to matter. And people have invested in me as a human being that they want to have any type of connection with. Yep. That is such a humbling honor to me. So I always try to approach that with the utmost love and consideration, because it's truly humbling to me. I
couldn't have said that better. I agree 100%.
Dark Matter is one of my people. Do you guys think the United States is closer to becoming communist or fascist? I mean, like, well, it depends, bro. Like, look at New York. Look what's happening in New York right now, New York City, with Zamdani. You know, it's different tribes across the U.S. are working in different directions. But I think that, like, fascism, you know, like, Antifa is the most fascist operation working in the U.S. right now. They call themselves anti-fascist, but they're literally the most fascist operation, bro. Like, they're out there trying to threaten, terrorize, intimidate, assault, and kill people who disagree with them politically. That's fascist, bro. That's fascist. So, you know, different levels on the spectrum of the political fucking insanity. I think there's extremists on both sides, and I'm not a fan of extremism. I lean more towards the center, the middle, and protecting all of the American people and our constitutional rights. Citizens, American citizens.
Same. And I mean, the more important question that I try to answer, I mean, not that I'm going to have any major effect on it, is like, we're going to have to change the way that we govern globally very soon, because up until now, it's like the same way as how people lived in the 1500s was the result of how they produced food and how they, you know what I mean? And like, now we are just at the very beginning of where human labor is no longer going to be necessary for like anything, like literally anything. And everything that we do now is about people finding a way to add value to a project or a person, and them getting, you know, compensated funds, which they use to, you know, pay for shelter, food, whatever. Like, AI is going to end everything, like everything. Like, physical labor they just laid off 14,000 people at Amazon yesterday. I was talking to these guys beforehand, you know, before the stream, about how a buddy of mine showed me, he wrote a spec sheet for AI to build a poker website for him, and it did it, and it works, and it worked in 20 minutes. It built it in 20 minutes. Okay. Like, and I actually created an account. It validated my email. It all worked completely seamlessly, and it was written by AI in 20 minutes. We're going to have to figure out how people live together in harmony, where everybody's not starving to death, where people just going to work is like not the way that we live anymore. I have no idea what that's going to look like, but we're going to have to figure something out, you know?
Sex workers are going to be the only people who still have jobs.
They won't, because AI sex dolls are going to put them out of business too, dude. You think
it's going to be the same fucking robot up the butt as it would be going down and picking up a lot lizard for $20?
I would say you should, for research purposes, you should get yourself a fucking, just like a non-robotic sex bot or sex doll, and just fuck around with that thing for 2 seconds, and then imagine that there's it talks and does whatever. Like, we are 5 years from them being indistinguishable from humans, for real. Like,
my wife will kill me. My wife would kill me, dog. Absolutely kill me.
Look, I got okay, yo, I appreciate you cats. It's always entertaining. Keep speaking truth to power and bringing that fire. Fuck the naysayers. By the way, would you rather murder kill Kamala Harris, Katie Porter, Hillary Clinton? Oh my God, no, I'm not playing that game.
I can't, bro. I can't. Sorry, dog. I can't. Yeah. That's too much.
Schuster, what's up, dog? Also, Jesse's 5'4" with boots on and wears gay blouses in Cabo, and didn't want to come out after seeing how much love JD throws his OGs versus the crumbs that clickbait Jesse throws us that have been doing it all along. Gloves are oh shit, that's fucked up, Greg, dude. Damn. Hey, act like you don't have a signed fucking shoe from me. I've signed a shoe for Schuster that's at his house, dude.
How big is the platform?
What? It's actually it's a Jordan shoe. It's a Jordan.
It's not the Wes Watson Converse.
No, yeah. Look. Okay, so Wolfie says, I think this is yours.
Wolfie said, just an update. Australia rolled out the telecommunications bill to see the private messages, phone calls, photos, etc. Muslims demanding Sharia law in Sweden, and Mondami will push Sharia law in New York. I'm Islamophobic, dog. I'm sorry. I don't fuck with it, bro. Like, Muhammad was a fucking pedo. I am not into pedophile cultures. I don't think that they're compatible with the West. Get mad, stay mad, die mad. It is what it is, dog. Any culture that is like based on like, yeah, you can marry a 6-year-old. Just wait until, she's 9 to fucking start raping her. I'm not with it, bro. Like you lost me.
I'm obviously not down with that, but like the, in combat sports world, like where I've gotten this, like the guys from Dagestan, these are like the way, like these are the Muslims from like Dagestan, and they are really good. Like they're good people that live super disciplined lives that I have a lot of respect for how those guys live. Very like Spartan. I can see how Western culture looks to those particular guys who definitely are not touching kids under any circumstances at all. And it's like, I can understand how they view, it's like between the Khabib and Conor thing. Like when Khabib and Conor were going back and forth, like I could see exactly what Conor looked like to Khabib, and I'm like, okay, now I get it. Like now I understand. VFT at old Timu Norse saga looking A55. Okay, so I'm not sure what that's referencing because it's from a long time ago. She's an hour and a half behind. That was so I Banged Your Mom was the dude that No, I know.
Valhalla took a shot at. So he's taking a shot back at him.
Yeah. That's right. Darth Metalhead says, those calling for violence have never looked real violence in the face. Stay heavy, 100%.
Bro, you know.
Yep. Dave Valdez, welcome to the membership, good sir. This is yours.
Joe Saunders said, people that call for violence are the least likely to commit. They are at the back shouting on, just saying. I mean, like, there's a lot of people that are calling for violence in the organization of Antifa. They're just really shitty at it, bro. Like, they really have cosplayed themselves into thinking that they're going to be able to go out and, I'm fighting Nazis. And they've never met a real Nazi in their fucking life, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been to prison. I've met real Nazis, like swastika tattooed across the face type Nazis and shit. And these people, like, they're fucking pathetic, dog. It's sad. They're small people, and, I hope they eat dirty dog shit and die twice.
Do you think that this woman has ever punched or been punched by a person?
City, but no, they wouldn't show up because they're pussies. They're pussies that are beholden to the same corporate.
Like, this woman literally is talking about shit that she does not have any idea about at all. You know what I mean?
No.
Nate can't leave. Jesse sees him owning stolen valor for all of us.
Yes.
Yeah. Make the mix correctly. The Baron Coleman videos are nonsense, and I can prove it. Check what ChatGPT says on how Google Trends work. The Baron. Really? About the Israel Google searches are nonsense. I can prove it. Check what ChatGPT says on how Google Trends works. I will look into that after this. I promise. I haven't done a lot of coverage on those Google searches. Because it was really weird. One thing that happened was my girl that works for me who does my shorts and thumbnails and stuff, she was trying to verify whether they were real, and it was super fucking weird. Like she would search in Google Trends and it would show up, and then you would click into the spike and it would say 0, or other times it would say 0, or it would say like there'd be nothing, but then you'd see it. It was like, I don't know, it was like really hard to tie down whether it was real or not. It was fucking bizarre. I'm not doing a good job of it. It's just like, it was weird. Do you know what they're talking about, JD?
I don't.
There was this guy has been doing these videos where he's going on Google Trends to see what things were searched on Google and when. And there's it says in Israel, they were searching like for the medical center where Charlie Kirk's body was brought like months before. And like all these like weird Google searches that indicate that someone was either planning or knew about Charlie Kirk's forthcoming, assassination or fake death or whatever,
I have not dug that deep.
Yeah. Okay. So, Jesse, I just bounced to all 3 of you guys. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you very much, dude. It's awesome seeing you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
You're a stud, dude. Felicia says, I noticed some of the people from Portland are in Chicago and New York. The tall, lanky guy, Antifa Asylum. Oh, that's yours. Do you know what she's talking about?
Yeah. So, like, here's the thing: is that Antifa as an organization, a lot of the people that were in Portland flew out from Chicago and New York. Some of the actual top people from Antifa and other locations, because Portland is an important stronghold. You know that they have a very strong presence in California and a very strong presence in Washington, particularly LA and Seattle. Portland is their interim. That's their middle. So they very much value what they have dominating these 3 states of the West Coast. So they sent people out to try to muster and rally troops to come out to the streets, and they still got vastly overwhelmed. It was a beautiful thing to see. And especially with people, that were going out there, patriots that have strong social media presences. Like, none of these Antifa retards have a strong social media presence or a voice or, a way to reach the masses. But you had me, Cam Higbee, Nick Shirley, Honey Badger Mom. There are just so many, Katie Davis Court, Brandy Cross, Jonathan Show from Turning Point USA, wonderful guy, great to meet him. You had all of us out there standing in the breach. Chad Caton out there standing in the breach, facing them down, not giving them any quarter. And honestly, there's a compilation video. I'd love to show it. I'm just worried that it would get our channels in trouble because it's such a brutal fist fight compilation of all of these Antifa queef bags getting beat the fuck up.
Can you please send me that? Please send me that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, Cam Higbee posted it over on X, and it's fucking insane, dog. It's a great compilation of them just getting fucking beat on. And none of our dudes, when there was more than 2 or 3 of our dudes out there, none of them got hurt. They got assaulted, but not hurt. Because remember, these people are bad at violence. Mm-hmm. The only way they can really hurt you is by, creating a diversion over here. So you're looking this way and they sneak up behind you and hitting you in the head with the rock from behind. Creepy shit like that, dog. So.
Yeah. Or if they stab you or hit you. Yeah. I mean, but Ryan says, 2020. Oh, thank you very much. I have much respect to you 3. Appreciate the honesty. Go ICE, go Trump, America. I just honestly, I hate that what is happening with ICE is necessary. When people are like, oh my God, it's inhuman that they're doing blah, blah, blah. It's like, guys, you can't just not have a border for 4 years and let 20 million people, you have no idea who they are in. I am nearly immovable on this because of my, deep embedded relationships with all of my jiu-jitsu people. Most of the guys, a very high percentage of the really elite top guys from my team are from Brazil, who have gone through the legal process of immigrating here. And they all talk about what the process is. And why should they do that? Why do they have to do that if people are allowed to just come in? It's it's not like you can't come here. You just, there's a process to do it, and they all do it. And all of it. So it's not my opinion. I asked them. I asked the people who have done the process of coming here legally, and all of them have successfully done it. These are jiu-jitsu guys. They're not fucking brain surgeons. So it's obviously doable. You know what I mean? Okay, JD Florida Skeeter, love, great works from Cosmo.
My dog, what's up? Yep. Big Florida love to you, homie. Hell yeah.
License to Chill says, cheers to you 3. Way to kill it, boys. Thank you very much. Dropped YR Rocket says, it's always the people or frogs or unicorns, whatever, that encourage violence that can't even fight tears. They're dirty, smelly, liberal bug tears. Just people in general, I'm guilty of it myself in certain situations. The guy, I remember there was a video of when that kid, that high school student that stabbed the other high school student in Texas, Carmelo Anthony and the kid that he stabbed. And there was some guy that was all
Austin Metcalf. Rest in peace, Austin Metcalf.
Yep. That's true. There was a guy who came on, some black dude, and he's all, hey, any you white, roll up on me. He's all, I will poke you if you even come up and even talk to me funny. And I was like, I'll fucking shoot you in your fucking face if you stab me. And right afterwards, I was like, God, why? It's just dumb shit that just comes out of my, you know what I mean? It's damn it.
I get it.
Why? did I say that? Speaking of that,
I get it,
case,
but you're giving them what they want. But I want to point one thing out about this last comment, because he said the frogs or unicorns or whatever. What he's talking about is the blowies and the people in the onesies. And that is an actual tactic that Antifa uses. It's called tactical frivolity. And what they're doing is they're putting people out there on the front lines that are dressed in silly garb, and they look, just childish and whimsical and everything, because they know that the media in Oregon is on their side, and that's what they're going to use. That's what's going to end up in everybody's TV channels, the news channels, the fucking Oregonian, the newspapers. They're going to focus on that to take away from the violence and the chaos and all of the fucking misery that they're putting on that local community, the businesses that have gone out of business. The old spaghetti factory is about to go out of business. They had to take a whole school out that's right next to the ICE detention facility that had been there for years and years and years. And those kids were displaced from being able to go to school, but they won't say anything in the media about that. All they show you is frogs and unicorns out there having a dance party, while literally 20 feet away, while they're focusing on that, is people beating up women and children that live in that neighborhood. And it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, I remember the guy that you had on and did the interview with, that was very enlightening, the stuff that he talked about, where, he's like, oh, they put like the wannabes up front and paint a good face on the movement or whatever. Just showing support for the independent VFT clan. I always carry my JFK $50 with me. Thank you, sir.
Hell yeah.
Climactics. That's a fucking great name, dude.
Tommy told me earlier he's going live around 7 tonight. Much respect, bro. Climactics, thank you so much for telling me, man. I hope he gets to Seattle safe. And I am praying that all of our friends up there have a safe and productive time, and that nobody resorts to violence on either side. You know that in Seattle, that's a very small likelihood, though.
I don't know who Tommy is, but if you shout their channel, like, that's in an hour, if anybody wants to watch it.
Yeah, it's Tommy Boy. I'm assuming he's going to be on his X for this, because it's a really risky to do it on YouTube. I get away with things
he's going to be out in the street.
My channel size, but it's Tommy Boy 429 or at Tommy for Trump 420. Tommy is the one who's 2-0 for knocking out Antifa members when they attack him. And he's been out there with a bullhorn inciting them with words. And they won't attack him anymore, because they know that he's got that right hook that'll put him to sleep. Him. Yeah, so he's been out there. He went out to PSU the other day and got attacked multiple times by college students. He'll go out there and say stuff like stolen gender, still a man, stolen hormones, big old hands type shit, and just incites the shit out of these people. It's crazy. He'll be out there screaming, Trump's your daddy, Trump's your king, and it pisses people off to no end.
I won't tell you guys which game it is, but there's one game that I play on my phone, when I have time. And, you play against other players, and I made my name King Trump just because I know that every once in a while somebody will get on and they'll see my name and they'll be like, oh, fuck this guy. And it just makes it that much more fun when I win. Llama Pajamas, thank you very much. I still want to see illegals chasing PDFs for citizenship. I would pay good money to watch Aliens versus Predators. Catchy name, too. Dude, you know what's funny about in a serious response to that, though, is I've thought about how, having people be in the military for citizenship, that makes sense if there is a very strong vetting process in the front, because you don't want sleeper cells going into the military that could be there to sabotage. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, the people that I'm buddies with who are over here, one in particular, all of them love America, but one of them loves America. He's an attorney in Brazil, and he left his very successful law practice to come to America because he is I've always known I'm American. He's in Texas. He's actually about to get his citizenship. He's one of my favorite people in the entire world. And it's people like him, those are the guys we want. You know what I mean? We fucking want those guys.
I fucking love Texas, bro. I would love to live in Texas. But I'm staying here in Oregon, living right next to my parents for as long as they're still alive. Carly, we are still getting the Sheriff Grady Judd interview. My editor is working on it, but we had all this stuff happen in Portland, and it just pushed it out just a tiny bit more. Sorry. Keep waiting. It's going to be worth it, I promise. Amazing Disgrace said, is Valhalla an Andrew Bronca fan? I don't know.
Sorry, that was an hour and 25 minutes ago. I'm sorry, dude. Schuster's back. Nate is describing the tip of the iceberg in Oregon. I was a cop there for nearly a decade, and the stories he told are endless. Yeah. Schuster is one of my fucking OGs, dude. He sent me when I asked him, cause he won a thing, and I asked him what he wanted me to put on the shoe. And he's like, I think it's something super fucking clever. It was like, here's a shoe for shoe. Jesse, that's why I always remember.
Hey, sorry if you ever had to arrest me, bro. It's all love.
Yeah.
Fuck Oregon. You need to get to Texas, Nate. I believe that Nate might be getting to Texas.
What if you moved your family with you, JD Delay?
They won't leave. They have reasons that they want to stay here. And honestly, we have a huge family compound that's way off grid. And like if the apocalypse happened tomorrow, bro, we'd be good for years. So, it makes sense, unfortunately, to be where we are right now. But every day I yearn for Texas, Tennessee, or Florida, bro.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. We got forced out of California, but man, we love Texas. We were between Tennessee, Tennessee, Florida, and Texas, and we chose the Austin area, although we're like north of Austin. I can't possibly exaggerate how much we love it. Yeah, Jesse, if you know UFC, Johnny Hollywood Case, you could be my friend. We definitely need Dana to bring Tommy up. I definitely do know that gentleman. He won in Ryzen, first round knockout in his last fight. I did look him up, but I do know he is, dude. He's got a great nickname too. How old is he? He is 36. Still could happen, dude. Thank you for the super chat. Kay, Luck, good to see you guys together. Or justice and education systems are so corrupt. Homeschool your kids. We pulled our oldest out of the school she was in and put her in a much better school, but we would for sure homeschool if we got pushed to it. But the school that we have our kids in is pretty solid here in Texas.
Yeah, same. And Kay, you're not wrong about the Oregon school system. Like the Oregon school system is fucked, but we have a pretty good school for our daughter. And she's doing pretty well there.
How old's your baby?
So our daughter is 13 years old, and she is like the coolest fucking kid, bro. I also have, an 8-year-old son and a 25-year-old son. So
nice, dude.
Blue Devil said, "Hail JD, Nate Woodchipper, and fuck that chicken." Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to find something to pull up here. Go for it.
Amazing Disgrace said, "Blue states still have based patriots living there." You're 1,000% correct. They're just outnumbered by liberal nutcase voters. I lived in Washington, left for gun rights. And you know what? Like Oregon just took a huge blow on gun rights, bro. Huge blow on gun rights and a huge raise on taxes. I haven't taken the time to really dig into it, and educate myself on it fully, being somebody who doesn't have gun rights. But I need to do that because I'm working on getting mine back.
Yeah. So can you can you get them back?
Well, there is actually a pathway through the DOJ now that Pam Bondi set up. There was always supposed to be a pathway, but it was through the ATF. For nonviolent felons to get their gun rights back, but the ATF never allocated the funds to be able to do it. And Pam Bondi said, fuck it, the DOJ is taking it over and we're going to do it. So if you're a nonviolent felon, we're working on being able to have a pathway for you. And I probably need to put in an application for that. The other pathway that I have is Oregon will expunge all of my felonies because I've never had a violent felony. And then I would have to deal with Florida. The only way to get them, to get my felonies off in Florida is to get Ron DeSantis to sign on something. So I'm hoping, because I do have friends that have a direct pathway to Ron DeSantis, I'm hoping I could possibly do that. I think that would be such a great thing to be able to show as somebody who rehabilitated himself due to the Florida legal system actually working, I think it would be a win-win.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't see why a non-violent felon who hasn't offended in however long, like that seems almost like a violation to me as I'm thinking about it. You know, it's like they got the felony that was like some substance thing 30 years ago, and they live out in the country. They're not allowed to have a firearm to protect their property. That doesn't seem right to me at all. But violent criminals, that's different, you know. Michael Brown, thank you for the super chat. Everyone, please be safe for sure, dude. Schuster again. What's up, dog? Schuster, you are rich, dog. Just appreciate you, dude. Oregon has mutual combat as an affirmative defense. Therefore, you allow it because both parties are suspect and victim. If they're both a problem when you show up, you do them both for DOC. Greg, do you know in the situation that I laid out what would happen? Like, so if you have two people in a mutual combat, even if it's in a different state, mutual combat, and a guy, like let's say two guys square up, a guy head kicks a guy, starches him, and he hits his head on the curb and dies. Because it was mutual combat and it was unintentional, does he have some kind of protection from a manslaughter charge or no? If you email it to me, I'll see it just to make sure that I see it. Let's continue. There you go, JD. Do this one, dog.
Codfather said, if Trump was involved, then Biden had them 2 years. They would have nailed him to the wall. I mean, I know that that's an argument that's used a whole lot. I think it depends on exactly what was in them, who else was in them. You know, I mean, it makes sense if you look at it from a very specific lens, but I think there's more complexities going on here. I think that Biden was very, very owned as well by another country, and that they're playing by a playbook that's not an America First playbook. I think that they're above and beyond all else. I think that they're being played out by a foreign country's interests, and I think it's real.
I agree. Check this out. I was just going to show you guys this real quick. So this is my 13-year-old daughter in a jiu-jitsu tournament a couple of weeks ago. She's like this. It's a 30-second clip, but like my daughter, she is so fucking confident, and that started when she started training jiu-jitsu and winning. You know, like 5 years ago, she became a different person. It's like she's on top. She's like, and choke.
Oh, she's booked.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That girl that she beat actually got she got third at Pans, which is that's what the girl said. I don't know. I find that hard to believe. Like she didn't see because third, that would mean she's the third best in the country, you know, in that tournament. That's a massive national tournament, but like she made some pretty big mistakes there that I don't know. I mean, who knows? She might have been making it up, but it's still a sick ass fucking submission from Giselle. Okay. So do your kids do jits or no? Do they train at all?
No,
Nice.
I'd like them to. They're not interested.
Brian Phipps says, he's yours. Go for it.
Brian said, Nate, JD gave you a shout out on unsub, and I fangirled a little bit. Someone make me a Stolen Valor wood chipper shirt. Yeah, dog. Yeah, so, I mean, Nate already knows a couple of the dudes from unsub. You know, he met Brandon and Cody, which is great. And now he's in contact with the fat electrician. I can't imagine it's anything but just a matter of time until Nate is on the Unsubscribed podcast himself, man. And I look forward to seeing that. Who knows? Maybe they'll bring both of us out and we'll do a three-way red beard fucking big dude fucking thing.
Three-way. Oh, look at you. We'll have all these redheads on, but Jesse doesn't have a beard, so he's not invited.
It's fucked up that you haven't been on yet, bro. You're from Texas. You live close. They're out in San Antonio.
Are they? They're in San Antonio? I remember when they were looking for a new host, and someone sent me. They're like, dude, you should do it. I'm like, I mean, I don't know them, but you know.
Yeah.
Captain Sasquatch says she's literally Ziva David from NCIS. I don't know. Oh, that must be about the woman who's yeah.
Oh,
Honor the truth. Thank you for the super chat, good sir. Manuel, I cannot believe I just saw this trio on a panel together. Now that's a force to be reckoned with. Thank you, dog. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Captain Sasquatch is yours, my dude.
What I can't figure out is why the left hated Trump from day one. We'll never really got a full explanation on that. Well, it's interesting because Trump was a Democrat for the longest too, bro. Like, for the longest, he was a fucking Democrat. So you'd think that he would have, and you know, he was friends with a lot of high-powered Democrats. But keep in mind who he went up against. He went up against Hillary. They had already decided it was Hillary's turn. You know, it's with the left. It's funny because they're always this no kings. It's a fascist regime type shit, but they seem to pick for the people who they're going to put instead of having the people pick who is going to be their front runner. And it's been like that for quite a while. It's just the veil has dropped more and more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It also just shows how easily influenced they are because Trump was one of the most famous people on earth for 30 years before he ran for president. And none of them hated him passionately like that. You know what I mean? It's like the fact that that level of hatred, you know, could be directed towards a person that they've known about their whole life. And they can't like connect the dots that you're like, I mean, you think maybe there might be some external influences that are making you feel these things. It's like, it is very effective though, dude. I remember I was so frustrated during 2020 that I seriously actually considered just starting to watch MSNBC all the time to intentionally brainwash myself because I thought like it was when they were taking away all of our rights. It was during COVID. And I really thought there was a chance that we just were going to lose. Like, it was like, we're just going to lose. And this is like, I am so upset all the time that this is unhealthy. Maybe I should just brainwash myself. And, you know, like, I mean, I wasn't actually going to do it, but when you watch their content, it's crazy how convincing they make it. Even when you know it's so dishonest, like you look at it, it's so fucking dishonest. But if you don't know what really happened and you watch it, it's like, it's super convincing. And they just feed on it all day, every day. You know what I mean?
Well, do you remember the Oprah interview with Trump long before he was ever in
politics? When she was like, are you going to run for president? Please run for president.
You should run for president. Please run for president. Yeah. And then he did. And she's like, he's Satan. He's Hitler. He's Mustache Man. He's
racist toward blacks.
The fuck? Yeah. You asked him to do it, you disingenuous whore.
Yep. And I see this one. Hey, Heather, this is Jesse, check your email. I sent you a tip. Love you and love that you and Valhalla are collaborating. I just found it right now. So I will take a look. I'll look at there's a long one and a short one. I'll respond to the short one real quick, but I'll look at the long one later on. And Fawn says, did you see them go in front of the Senate asking them to cut the veteran? Is that, VA disability? And the New York Times hit piece on VA benefits. That doesn't surprise me, but no, I did. I mean, did you see that, JD?
No, I didn't see that at all. I would be fucking screaming about that shit.
Me personally. Too. Of all the things to cut, dude, really? You know what I mean? Yeah. Smiling Wolf. Jack the Timu
chicken. JD loves to hate. I fucking hate that fucking chicken, dog. I fucking fuck that fucking chicken. Dead ass, bro. Bob bitchin'. But you three have proven the hit was done by our government and some other government that we don't want to trigger an algorithm about. I don't know that we've given substantial proof. I know what I believe. I know what makes sense. I know what pattern recognition and a little bit of fucking common sense would tell me, you know?
Yeah, I don't feel like anyone has proven anything at all other than that. What I think has been proven is that everyone should be very skeptical of the official story. And we've opened kind of a discourse in the direction of the most credible ways that could explain what actually happened is how I would kind of answer that. Thank you for the super chat, dude. F-bombs. Thank you for the super chat. Sticks and stones don't matter anymore. Soft people now. Words hurt more than anything else. That's yours, JD?
That's one of my guys, bro. F-bombs. Yeah. And it's incredible, bro, because the things that will come out of these disgusting creatures' mouths, we're down there and they're trying to ruin our live streams by creeping up on us and yelling, kill N-words, kill N-words, kill N-words. And I'm like, you're calling us white supremacists and Nazis and racists, yet you are a white person coming up in a mask and a hoodie screaming kill N-words so that you can try to get my channel fucked up. And so everything is performative for you. Nothing is really none of it really matters to you. You are just an absolute fucking piece of shit. And they show it on video to try to kill our streams. It's wild. And they want our streams killed so they can commit acts of violence without having any sort of repercussions.
They just, it's like, and their entire end goal for is just to break things. It's to destroy stuff. Like they're not like, they're not trying to actually build anything. They're trying to destroy stuff. And also like, well, actually, that was, never mind. I will talk about that another time when I have a more coherent thought that's not going to sound so. Basically, what I was going to say is how they, like them calling us racist is so stupid because in actuality, if you look at the genuine policies that they support, like no voter ID because black people are like have less ability to have IDs. You're like, I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why would it be harder for a black person to get an ID than a white person? And you're saying I'm racist? Like you just said that we need to not mandate identification because black people can't get to the DMV, and you think you're on the right side of the race conversation? Like that's the kind of thing where you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Have you ever seen that video where the dude goes to college campuses and he's like, what do you think about voter ID? And then they ask him, and all these college kids say, well, blacks have a hard time, getting to the DMV. And then he goes to Harlem. And he's like, hey, I'm just out of curiosity. Do you have an ID? And they're like, of course I have an ID. And they keep showing, they're like, yeah, I have an ID. And then he's like, can you tell us where the DMV is? They're all, yeah, it's over on the corner of 20th and 6th. It's amazing because it just demonstrates how fucking stupid that is and how absolutely overtly racist that position is. And that's the one I always come back to. Is like, how do you not recognize you're the racist one? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's insane and it's performative. And for me, it's they just have fascist ways of operating, and they're everything that they say that they're not. Everything they say they're not is exactly the way that they operate. We got to get through these because I do have to jump over to do something else before too long.
No, we're actually almost done, dude. So this one is wait, where did that just go? Oh, here we go. Charlie Kirk isn't alive because he never existed. Okay. Mad Evil Genius says, I find it ironic since they were so concerned about costumes being phobic, and yet they pull this and say it's just a joke costume. Yeah. Hit me up, guys. Got nothing but time to help you out.
Appreciate you, bud. Big Dad said, JD, much love. Keep up the good work. Wood Chipper.
Let's go. Daytona says my two favorite YouTube channels. Thank you, brother. And $5
What's up, brother? Appreciate you.
JD Bro goes, just spoke straight to my heart. I don't know what you're referencing, but he fucking spoke straight to mine too. When he was like, that's why I said he's a fucking stand-up ass dude, man.
I love you guys, man. Thank you for being here with us.
Yep. Three of my favorite dudes. Thank you very much. Shoe, damn, comedy relies on timing. Jeff, your camera is a little bit fuzzy, bro. Love your all shit. P.S. You're hilarious when you dog on Destiny. Stay up. I know it's probably the connection.
Fuck
honestly.
Destiny. Fuck Destiny.
Fuck
bro.
That guy, dude. Yeah. My favorite three dudes in one stream. Dream come true. This 45-year-old mom. What's up, girl? I'm just kidding.
Hey.
I'm just one hot flash. So I love the way you guys speak about your wives. Yes. Thank you. And my wife is a queen. I've been telling her to come up here. I don't know what her. I'm not sure what her response was, but New York is about to learn a hard lesson. I mean, I feel like New York always goes through these cycles of like they go soft on crime goes through the roof, and then they go hard on crime. It's like Jesse and JD, literally both my two favorite channels. I watch the most. Please never stop, dude. Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
The compliment hits heavier when they say that they watch me and you, or like me and Nate. Like, facts. I love that.
Facts.
Yep.
We missed one. It's David Sharp. He said, JD, are you going to Tommy's court case? Well, it depends. I have a couple different things going on. I would love to be there and support Tommy. I don't think his case is actually I think it's gonna get dismissed, bro. I think that they know that it's a loss of a case. And I think that the whole reason that they're even doing it is just so that they have a justification to force Tommy to stay 200 feet away from the facility, so that he can't be a force there anymore. But what they did actually turned out in favor of ICE, because it drove all of Antifa down the street, pissed off at Tommy. So ICE has been able to actually do their operations a lot smoother.
Thunder says, just here to show y'all some love. Stay frosty, strapped, and dangerous. Peeps. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you.
That's
JD,
not just Thunder, bro. That's Thunder Blumpkin. You know what a Blumpkin is?
No.
That's where you get sloppy toppy while you dump a grumpy, bro. Idiot Carrot said, what are your thoughts that the Secretary of the Navy is a fat businessman civilian who has never served? So look, I feel like this is probably not for me, since I've never served. But I personally I don't really know that I don't like to speak on military issues, having not served, because I feel like it's infringing upon people who actually have the right to speak on it.
JD, I can't explain how aligned with your fucking brain I am, dude. Like, I really, honestly, I watch your shit, but we've never, we've been doing this for 3.5 hours. Like, I have tremendous respect for, I had respect before, but, you and I are very like-minded, my dude.
It's absolutely mutual, bro. I'm not one of those dudes who claims to know everything about everything. There's a vast majority of things I am uneducated on, and I have no problem telling people, I'm sorry, I'm not educated enough to speak on that, rather than give an opinion that might be, off base or harmful in any way.
And for me on this, it's just John Phelan has done a hell of a lot more to serve the country than I have, so I wouldn't speak ill on him regardless.
Yeah, for real.
Giovi's, how bad would it be right now if Kamala had won? Oh my God, it would be bad. I think it'd be real bad,
bro.
Yeah.
Let me just explain to you real quick. I wasn't even able to post anything on Facebook, any of my content, anything about wood chippers, anything about exposing pedophiles. If I posted it on Facebook, immediately I would get a week suspension. They would demonetize my whole shit. They would nobody would see my videos for a month. And as soon as Trump got in office and Mark Zuckerberg kissed the ring, now I can post anything I fucking want. So let that just be a litmus test to how much my freedom of speech was being suppressed. Unwanted Ghost said, have you heard of Lena Medina? It's sad. Have you heard, Jesse?
No, I just looked it up. In 92 is a Peruvian woman who became the youngest confirmed mother in history when she gave birth to a son at age 5 years. Okay, I don't even want. Okay, I'll look that up later. That's a horrific thing. Yeah. Shu, what's up, dude? Bro, Jesse is 5'4", wears gay blouses in Cabo. Fabia banged his mom. Is this thing on? Shu, I am 5'10", and Fabia did not bang my mom.
Listen, man, I heard it was Thai lady boys in Thailand too, not Cabo.
Dude, actually, Fabia would make a good lady boy if you dressed him up. Lord Griffin says the same group who were the enemies of Germany in World War II are now flooding the West with desert cultists and fund Antifa currently.
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong, dude.
He's not wrong, dude.
I can see the end of this thing coming up, dude. Michael Daly says, much love to you boys. We need a wood chipper in Australia.
Hell yeah, bro. Make pedophiles afraid again.
Yeah.
Get it.
Uncle Bacon, what's up, dog? Awesome to see two channels. I watch the most collabing. Keep up the good work. Thanks for the entertainment. Wood chipper 2028. Let's go.
Wood chipper 2028, baby. Let's get it. Hell yeah.
I need one of those. JD, you're up, dude.
All right. True World. Jesse, just want to give you a shout out to our amazing, beautiful wives. God bless you. Did you see the shape of Trump's ballroom?
Ballroom, dude.
Ballroom. Yeah, the ballroom, the demon ball.
I have not, but I will look that up. And thank you so much, dude. And God bless your wife. And I will tell Gabrielle what you said.
Michael Delaney said, how do we buy wood chippers in bulk? Need some merch in Australia, dog. I think that Bunker Branding does ship to Australia. I'm super sketchy about like, the UK and Australia, because I know they're arresting you guys over Facebook posts and shit, bro. And that shit scares me. And you never know what, crazy pedophile you're going to offend, and they're deeming things offensive, and people are getting 18 months in prison for it and shit. You know what I'm saying?
The customs is tough sometimes in those, takes forever to clear customs.
Yep.
Every country, Canadian America, needs a Sheriff Grady Judd. That guy is a badass, dude. Melanie Pfeiffer, welcome to the membership. I hope you enjoy. Schuster, my favorite shoe. Oh, yeah, my favorite shoe for my favorite shoe. That's right. Sat on your counter for days until Gabby fixed and made me send it. We have a contract, sir, and we'll meet someday, God willing. Yeah, for sure, dude. That is exactly what happened. Gabrielle finally forced me to ship it, dude. It's like, MSA, this one's yours, dog.
Mesa said, I showed up late, so maybe you already talked about it. When will you guys talk about or share what you know about the homeboy who stood up and chanted USA after Charlie was deleted?
That, here's what I could say is he really does have a military background, and he's, from what it appears, he was putting coded stuff on X, and he literally stood up and looked in the direction of the shooter and cheered and clapped. The connection that I put him to Lance is that still, like, of all of the connections I was able to make to Lance Twiggs, his is the most circumstantial, but I do think that it's like, it's strong enough to where you can be like, what are the odds that's a coincidence? If you go to the video that I did on, I think I dropped it on Monday, titled FBI Suppressing Evidence, New Information Indicates Lance Twiggs. I cover all of it in that one. Thank you for the super chat. And Michael says, is Skylar, Baird, and Queef? I don't know. I don't know
who that is, so I'm not going to make a assessment on somebody unless I'm educated on it. Marcos Garcia, what's up, doggy? How you doing? JD, by chance, do you watch or listen to Andy Frisella? You guys together would pull such a huge audience. I love Andy, dog. I love Andy. I've never been in contact with Andy, but I think he's a stand-up dude, bro. I think his takes are based as fuck.
And I just subscribed to his channel right this second, so I will let you.
You'll like him, bro.
JD likes him. I'm sure I'll fucking like him. AJ Monday says, you guys should check out Cash's wife and her connections. It will probably help explain some of the actions. Yeah, I heard she sues people if you talk about that publicly, though, but I have looked at that. And I'll tell you this. There's so the group that she's rumored to be a part of, I guess, is the number's 8,200. And we found, me and my researcher found a username of Lance Twiggs that just happened to be Lancelot hashtag 8,200. Probably a coincidence, but nonetheless, that was probably very cryptic and doesn't sound like it makes any sense. But let me see. Okay, there you go. This one's yours, dog.
Daniel said, sincerely, thank you guys for all your hard ass work. We love you, Daniel, and we appreciate you being here, man. This isn't just about us. This is about all of us. This is a community. We're all in this together. For sure. Hey, JD, do you have a Discord or something like where your guys congregate and can chat and stuff? I do have a Discord. I think that right now they've got the Discord closed off. I'm not 100% sure. That would be a question for my mod, Dr. Dre Light, who is an absolute gangster. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. Dre. We love you, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna launch one like with my boy Danks, because for that exactly, I just want to be able to chat with my people all day. Troy Patterson says, I voted for Trump and I want his admin to succeed, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed with the second term. The Russia-Ukraine war and the narrative about that Ukraine is winning is a start. I think that you will always be disappointed with a president's second term because they don't have to care anymore. Like, they don't have to win an election, whether they're, whether they do everything they said or none of what they said. Is like, no matter what, I think the second term is always going to be most disappointing because they're just like, I mean, I guess maybe that could work in your favor sometimes, but I share your feelings in certain categories for sure. I just want to see somebody actually put America and Americans first. I feel like right now America in their agenda is 4th, maybe 5th. And I'm tired of that shit, bro. We deserve better. Lord Lavick said, if you run for president, JD, your first law should be increasing the age of consent to 18 just to see who it pisses off. And, you know, there are states, I would love to see a federally mandated age of consent. I think there's certain things that should be federally mandated that are not, like voting rights. You know, it's weird to me that, you know, states can impose that you can be taxed without representation by having your voting rights taken away from you. That doesn't make sense to me. Second Amendment rights, bro. Like, there's different states have different Second Amendment rights. That doesn't make a lick of sense to me. Anything that steps on the dick of the Constitution, I think needs to be removed and federally protected.
Agree 100%. In California, I applied for my concealed carry permit and they rejected it because it's county by county in California. And I'm like, I don't understand why. I have no criminal record. I gave you the reason that I wanted it was because I was building a public. I was gonna have a nationally televised TV show at the time, and I'm like, so can you explain why? And the guy goes, well, you just didn't have a large enough threat to justify it. And I'm like, so I need to have so can you give me an example of the last? Tell me what's the last one that you did issue? Why? And he said that the guy had been the victim of a firearm assault and the dude who shot him was getting out of prison and was going to be in the same area as him. I'm like, are you fucking serious? I need to survive a gunshot and then have the guy move next door. Like, how is this? I mean, that shouldn't be legal, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
It makes no sense, bro. It makes absolutely no sense.
Schuster is a new wood chipper. Now, dude, you're going to have to sign a shoe for him too now, dog.
That's my dog right there.
Yeah. Redcon says, Jesse, newish to this stuff. I'm a Krav Maga instructor, also multiple tour Army combat vet, 19 kilo. Let's all link up and tune up and teach these douche canoes. Douche canoe. I love douche canoe, dude. Douche canoe radicals, what 7 pounds of full pressure does to a human ear. Just kidding. Dude, I love it, man. Krav, I've never done Krav, but I know the guys who I know who are like Krav guys are fucking savages, man. That's awesome, dude. And thank you for your service as well. Good, sir. Let me know if you're ever in Austin. Email me. You can come train. Matt Hatter says, hey, guys, love your work. We all appreciate you. Thank you very much. Driving Sue says, ban APAC. Thank you very much. Greg Schuster says, we have soldiers, Jesse. We're quiet, but we're right behind you. I love you, dog. I appreciate you very much. Good, sir. And B Sanctuary, where do you think Lance Twiggs is? He had a schizo outbreak in the perfect cover. I think most likely, I just talked to somebody about this today. I think that he's probably hiding out in his parents' house, or maybe he parked, his car's been in front of his parents' house for a long time. He might have flown to their Hawaii house, but I think he's just laying low because he's almost certainly going to testify in the trial. So the feds are like, they've got him hidden out somewhere, would be my guess. Yeah, all right, last 5. Go for it, JD.
All right, so Captain Sasquatch said, that chicken is coming for you, brother. Fuck that chicken, man. Michael Daly said, Skyler was at assassination and got press pass to memorial. Coach has vids. Holy shit. We got Bugaboo Oddity Art, Wood Chipper Army, and I got my beautiful t-shirt, JD. Love you, brother. Love you too, and thank you for repping with us, homie. Big love.
This is a great one. This is a great one, dude.
Slow, bro. On, 3 months and 20 days sober from powder. Thank you. Bro, be proud of yourself. You did that. You got this, bro. Love you, man.
3 months and 20 days. That's fucking, I mean, like, that's really impressive. That's the hardest part, dude. That's a big fucking right deal, there. Man. Congratulations, man. All right, guys, we did it. 3.5 hours. Now, everybody who is still starving, go watch Nate on the tier 1. They're still live. Give them a look, and we'll do this again. JD, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. We'll do this again soon.
For sure. Later, guys.
Big love.